So the original vision is people coming together, trying to help each other make money. There's no like real business model yet, right? And like, I'm not really joking. Like a lot of the students, they say like, hey, I really want to work at Cryptomind. Like even if I can work for free, how do you even build this brand? Why Thailand? Give a pitch.
One of the best adoption rate of crypto in the whole world. See here are quite advanced, and also they know quite a lot very deep in the crypto space, right? Thai degen is like the first one who jumped the gun and try out anything new, right?
Because European retails, they have higher chance in the casino than in the trenches.
Yeah.
The trench is so hard right now. Now this is your third cycle. Any suggestion to the first cycle or second cycle? Like what's your learning?
Sanjay, the CEO of Cryptomind Group, they dominate everything in Thailand. From media, to advisory, to fund management. He is the godfather of crypto in Thailand. Everyone knows Sanjay, a real crypto OG.
Okay, so today we're gonna have an exclusive interview with Sanjay, the godfather of crypto in Thailand. So Cryptomind is like, I don't know, like probably like, everyone knows Cryptomind. They have probably like a monopoly in Thailand. So today we're gonna interview Sanjay about how he gets started in crypto, Cryptomind details, and then trading and investment insight about someone who want to get into crypto. Okay.
Yeah. So happy to be here as well. Yeah. Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Appreciate for you to come. So let's start it. So what's your journey? Like what's your journey even before crypto? Like how do you even started this?
So for me, right, like my journey in the crypto space, I would say like I was reading all these like magazine, like there was Time magazine, The Economist, and then I think Bitcoin pops up in a couple of times, and I was reading all these magazine in 2014-15.
Oh wow, that's
that's the first time I'm aware of Bitcoin, right? So the first thing I thought was like it's probably a scam, like I don't know, someone made this thing up. And then it keeps popping up, then it got me curious a bit, right? So then I did more research. So I think in like 2016, 17, I was like, why is all these people talking about Bitcoin? And like, what exactly is it? Is it like why people, criminal they say, right? Using Bitcoin to launder money. So that kind of like got me interested. And then I was like, dig down deeper, right? Start reading the Bitcoin white paper, understanding more about the concept. Then that's how I got like slowly hooked into it, I would say. Yeah. So just like the nature of it. And then.
So start with Bitcoin, I guess.
So I guess starting knowing about Bitcoin, and then like, I think then once the price action happened, then you were like, okay, what is this thing? Why is it going up and down so much? Like, is it like a Ponzi scheme or what exactly is it, right? So it just got me curious. Yeah. So that's how I started to research more. And then I bought like my first Bitcoin in 2017, beginning of the year.
1K or 1K, I guess.
I actually don't remember. I bought around like 10,000 baht. Right? I think that Bitcoin at that time was like
shit.
Probably, but Bitcoin was like around 30,000 baht, 1K USD. But I bought like very little amount, like few thousand baht worth, and it's just like, and then it shot up, and then like okay, better sell and like buy again.
So basically, it's for like speculative investment purposes.
Yeah. So that time I was like getting more into research about the ethos of like Bitcoin and like what exactly is it. Then like the next thing you know, people are talking about XRP, like all the Ethereum. Then the ICO boom happened. So it's just like kind of like slowly dig my way into the rabbit hole. I would say, yeah.
I think I researched your background. You have IT, right? IT from Australia?
Yeah, so I was studying business system that time. So it's basically like IT mixed with business. And then I was able to like code a bit back in the day, but like...
Oh, wow.
I don't know how to code now. Like it's like, at that time we were using C++, like JavaScript, like all those stuff.
And then you joined Reuters?
That's my first job, like as an analyst at Reuters. Like there's a news agency and they have that data back end, like they were doing the terminal.
So you know like a bit about media businesses and how it run.
A bit, and about media, and then like they were doing a lot of terminal, like they have a product similar to Bloomberg terminal, right there. It was a back end that I was working in with the team like that. Then back then, and then after that I got my calling, right? So I joined my family business as
textile,
doing like a trading on textile, like wholesaler on textile. So that was doing that for like 7-8 years.
Yeah.
And then doing some odd part-time job like corporate training, real estate sale, like selling different stuff, like meeting new people. Dip my feet in social enterprise a bit as well at one point. Yeah. So just exploring a lot of stuff during my 20 to 30 years old.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. It's like all the background that he doesn't chat this to anyone. So that's the first podcast he shared.
Yeah. And then slowly, like when I was like start investing, and then like I would say like speculating, not investing that time, right? More
That's
speculation,
all.
and then the technology like pretty interesting, right? Because you can keep your own Bitcoin, you can just transfer it around, then you have the USD stable coin as well back in the day, right? So I was seeing a lot of use cases for.
That's before Icora, right?
Yeah, so that was 2017, and then I was like, okay, this is probably like one of the interesting in the industry that I want to be in. So I decided to quit my family business and just go venture in, okay, let's find a job in the industry and see who's hiring. And that's how I discovered my first crypto job at like a company called Icora.
Okay, so
at that time they were trying to do like apply for this thing called ICO portal license in Thailand. So basically helping a lot of traditional company do ICO in Thailand, basically, and funding everything, right? So
back then, 2016, right? 16.
I think it's 2018 back then.
18.
Yeah. So I joined that company beginning of 2018, yeah.
Back then you have what? You have like how many ICO portals were there?
Actually, there was no
Explain.
ICO portal, right? That time there was like zero. So we were the first one who's going to apply back then, yeah. And SEC actually didn't come out with the ICO portal until we started talking to them as well. So it was like with a lot of conversation. At that point, I was like going to the SEC office once a week, I think, yeah. In 2018, I remember, like, yeah. Every week we were there, like, because I think that was like the very early stage of crypto in Thailand. So regulation were unclear. Then they came up with the royal decree in May 2018, and then where they want to license all the businesses. But at that time, it was like, it's a bit messy, right? Like you have like random exchange popping up left, right, center, and you don't even know, is your money going to be safe? Like who's controlling? Is like, it's like quite a mess. Like so
it's more like there's no fixed framework. So the business has nothing to do. They just like execute first and then hope that it's like comply with the legal side, right?
Yeah, as long as you like don't rock anyone or no problem, it's okay, right? But like it's like so many interested. I would say so many people just operate, right? And imagine you're like, you don't have any asset, you're running an exchange, right? So like, it's pretty like, that's why I think the SEC has to step in. Because I think that everybody was like trying to do this exchange business and a lot of the crypto business as well, right? So they were like, okay, we need to like calm everybody down and like, let's formalize it properly. And then if they want to do like exchange, trading, whatnot, right?
Back then there's like, I think the first exchange in Thailand is CoinTH, right? By top.
I think there was CoinTH, it was already operating, and then there was BX. Right? Everybody was using BX, and like there was like all these random one, like smaller one that I don't think exists anymore at this time. So
was BX your first exchanges, I guess?
BX is the first one,
same.
yeah. So yeah, and then like when they were trying to regulate, I think they also they got the license and they they also like move out right after the licensing process. So I think it's very like a wild west at that time, compared to like nowadays, right, where we see everything is more clear.
What's the hidden story behind a BX collapse and the rise of Bitkub? What's your take?
I'm not too sure, but like people were speculating that they might be like, I don't know, like what
lobbying.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, right? So like what is inside BX, so we have no information, right?
Yeah.
And plus, I think the owner is like very well off already, so maybe he didn't want to deal with that regulator, you know. And also, I don't think he's Thai, so being a foreign person and running a crypto exchange business in Thailand might not be an ideal scenario.
Yeah, for sure. It's like all the compliance stuff.
So I think So and then the cost also must have gone up with the compliance and everything that they have. Yeah.
Okay, so back to Icora. So what do you do exactly?
So I was a BD there, right? So like was talking to many projects who wanted to do ICO at that time. So mostly it was like traditional business. Sometimes it's more like tech related business, and try to help them like go the ICO route. So they were exploring, basically at that time they were exploring different type of funding strategy, right?
Yeah.
So I think ICO was a big boom in 2018, right? And
Is that when they're trying to like, they basically the crypto companies, they realize that they start making so much money when they try to decentralize everything.
Yeah,
it's like the early.
So I think there's like decentralized Airbnb, decentralized Uber, all this company coming out, decentralized insurance, so all these like copy decentralized, try to come up with the ICO story, right? So I think like most of them were exploring how to get funding, right? Basically, and they look at ICO as one of the vehicle, right? So and then that time like we were helping like JFin, like Coin at the early stage.
JFin,
yeah.
JFin was the first ICO in Thailand, right?
Yeah, it was first ICO and official ICO in Thailand.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, but in the Thai listed company, I would say, like put it that way. Then you have other projects.
And then like Six and
then there was OMG as well, right?
OMG.
One of the and then the Six and then the Band Protocol and like there's few more coming out.
But I guess like there's like the crypto native one, probably like OMG or Band Protocol, right? But there's like traditional one like Siri Hub.
Oh yeah. So then after that, I think that's after 2018. Then you fast forward to like around 2020, right? When the regulation becomes more clear, the first proper one is Siri Hub, right? Which is I think one of the first tokenized project with the real estate project that they have, right? So that's the first one.
Yeah, I think like, I mean for the listeners, in case you don't know, so Siri Hub is like one of the biggest developer called Sansiri. They have like a lot of land, a lot of luxury condo. They tokenize in around on-nut area.
Yeah,
like
so they have the property that they tokenize.
Yeah, like a huge one, like 2,500 to 2,500 million baht or something. That's like pretty big. That's the first RWA.
Yeah, I think
it's the first RWA before we even talk about RWA.
Size is around 100 mil USD. So around 3 billion baht, I think.
Yeah.
They tokenized and like got the funding, and so that's like 2 to 3 billion. I don't remember exactly the amount. So I think that was our first flagship deal, I think, in Thailand.
So that's how you met my girlfriend Tukta.
Yeah. I think so. Like during the I think Icora phase, where we're exploring a lot of tokenization, right? Like so, that's how I met like a lot of people who are in crypto today as well. Yeah. So,
but I mean, like, do you know like what's illegal people doing since then? Since during the 2018, right?
I think
there's no legal framework.
I think there were like so at that time like we were going around to talk to legal firm.
Yeah.
To explore like what is legally to do, right, in the Thailand jurisdiction. Is like if you get this type of funding, you have to pay VAT tax.
Yeah.
How would the implication happen, right? So I think that's a main concern for a lot of the issuer. And then I think they were, like I said, right, there's no clear model yet until the clear framework came out by the SEC. So that's how my journey started with Icora. And then like during that time, I also met like a lot of friends who was in the crypto community, right? So one of them were doing like media business. Some of them were doing KOL investment, like a lot of different people, And that's how I also started Cryptomind together with like my other co-founder. Yeah.
Okay, so how this? First, what's Cryptomind? Explain to you.
So I would say like Cryptomind right now is like a leading ecosystem builder in Thailand, basically. So if you want to talk to like about investment, advisory, go to market in Thailand, or even event and research, you come talk to us basically. So kind of like one-stop service. The only thing we don't do is exchange business. So that's the easiest way to put it. So we focus on community, right, and like content and creation.
So how do you start again?
So basically, a group of founder friends met together. Initially,
like crypto degens want to get rich by the ICOs.
Yeah, so basically that time there was an ICO boom, but there were a lot of projects happening, right? So the way we find the value to provide the value to a project is that, okay, we write content about them and we ask allocation from them. So, and then we also get like, we have to be like quite careful what allocation we get as well, what we write, because we also want like very good project to be promoted, right? So that's how like it kind of started. So
it's more like you have to build your brand. Like sometimes you shill scam, it's not good for the
so basically we are quite clear, right, what we shill. So we shill that, try to shill stuff that can make people money and ourselves money as well, basically in the early day of crypto, right? So that's how we work with like some early stage project and help them with the GTM in Thailand and building the community as well.
So back then you have like super crypto OG like P. Kim.
Kim
DeFi Daddy.
So he was actually the original creator of Bitcoin Addict, the media, yeah. And then Han was doing his own media called Blockchain Review.
Oh, Han started back then.
Yeah, in 2018 he was writing the blog,
wow,
right? Yeah, and then like
I think he used to work at Siam Blockchain, right?
yeah, he used to work with one other media agency, and then he started one kind of blog, right? Like a Facebook page, and then there was AN Kit was still doing a crypto page as well, Coinman, and then there was who else was there? Jarin was working at OMG, yeah, that then.
Kit.
And then he was also working at ONG and Bitfinex, I think. And so he's working directly with Paolo at that time as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So that's how we kind of like formed like a smaller team. Yeah.
OG, like Jarin Han, Get,
Yeah.
Coinman A, and Kim DeFi.
Kim and Rit as well, right?
Rit.
Yeah, Rit was helping Kim and the Bitcoin Addict community, yeah. Back then, yeah. So that's how we got together for like, okay, helping promote project and doing investment in project together. Yeah. Basically it started out a small syndicate and then slowly it just kind of expanded.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's basically more like a community, help each other invest.
Yeah, it's basically a group of friends like talking about crypto
events
together and like just like hanging out and just like thinking what business should we do here? What should we do here? And this.
But is that like register as a like when you start to register as like a proper company, or is it more? Like
I think it's like 2019 or something. I'm not too sure. Like but I mean the registration part is just for like tax and accounting purposes, right? It's not like we like we just have to have some entity to like have for doing the account and like getting the payment in. Yeah, so it's very basic stuff at that time. There's no staff, so we do everything ourselves as well.
So the original vision is basically like people coming together, trying to help each other make money. There's no like real business model yet, right?
Yeah, there's no real business model yet, basically at that time.
Oh.
And then we're just helping some early project, right, back in the day as well, like with their GTM and helping them go connecting with KOL across abroad, connecting with the media partner we have, and building their brand abroad as well. Yeah. So I think that was an early kind of like very, very early that we see some opportunities start doing, right? We didn't think about the monetary value yet. Yeah, I would say.
Back then, I guess there's a lot of like a lot of Bitcoin community, I guess, but it's like very few like Ethereum community or like the ICO community. So how does the community in 2017 looks like?
I would say like in 2017, I think it was still good because the price action was still there. But I think once the ICO boom happened, like after 2000, I think the worst timing was ending of 2018 till like ending of 2019. It was like a very, very like a dark winter time. Yeah. So, but we still continuing doing like small meetup event, right? Like once a month, I think that time we were doing once a month like meetup in Thai and another one in English together. Yeah. So that was like the early days. That in 2018-19 we were doing this like once a month event. Yeah, just to like bring people and see what is everyone doing, what is everybody looking into, and at that time also like looking into airdrop, right? Like so there was. Who
are the OGs? Is it like a House Judge Sabers group?
No, I think that group that were more like the guy who like with the big money, right? So they invested quite big. So we are more focused on the degen like Thai community, right? So that time we were like farming like all these like new protocol that time that like contributing like stuff together, right? So it's a bit very different, yeah.
Okay, so I guess back then it's like the gap that Cryptomind is trying to solve is like some international project. They want to build community. They want to give a media traction in Thailand, and you guys are like all in one. So talk to Cryptomind just once, everything in Thailand instead.
Yeah, basically that. So we help like a lot of project in the early day with the community building, whether they want to do event, writing blog, or even like PR about like what they want to do, right? So that's how we see the gap that like, okay, all these projects also, and we also kind of like source the project carefully, right? So we don't want to bring any scam. So we kind of like do a lot of due diligence before we work with like different projects back in the day as well. So that's what, I think that was an initial gap that we see, right? So a lot of projects want to tap in the Thai market, they come to us, yeah. And we got lucky because we are the first mover, one of the first mover advantage, I would say, in that spectrum in the day.
But this is a very unique position because like most of the I mean, in Japan or in Korea, I think there's like this spread, Tiger Research, right?
Yeah.
It's basically like a lot of companies trying to get this pie. Like, but in Thailand, it's like, it's very special. I think Cryptomind has like, I don't know, like 80% market share plus.
Because I think like also back in the day, right? Like
it's very difficult though. It's very difficult to gain like.
Because I think we also tend to work with project on the long-term basis and we build relationship, right? So sometimes we work with the BD person, they also switch project, right? So they know us from the early day, right? So like, and then I think we were the first few people who flew in to all the conferences around the world since 2018 in the crypto space, right? So we have a lot of contact with all these newer projects that are coming out. And usually the circle is quite small, right, in crypto. So like you can be BD in this L1 this year, and then next year you get like someone bought you over to like a new place, right? So I think that personal contact is still there, right? So sometimes we also work with like people we knew back in the day, like they might be also spinning off and working on their own project as well, right? So I think that's how it's steamroll and snowball for us. Right?
So it's about basically building a long-term relationship with genuine people.
Exactly.
This guy is somebody, right? Is there any like the threat of any competition like back then?
I wouldn't say like, I think the market was too small.
I mean, because right now it's very clear that Cryptomind is like the real long-term winner, right? But back then, like,
because I think like we proven ourselves, right? So whether it's like bull or bear or any market condition, we're still here and doing our thing, right? So like, I mean, there's like competition trying to come in, right? I think there's so many players that came in, and when the bear market hit, they're like, okay, I'm out of here. Right? Yeah, they just pack their stuff and leave, right? So we are still like, because I think at that time our team is very lean, right? So we never pack up, and we're still continuing and working with like finding new project to work with or new business model, and also expanding our business as we see fit as well, right? So originally we started as like a media company, I would say, and like KOL and like PR distribution media, right? So I would say, and events. And slowly also when we see more opportunity coming up, right? Like we started expanding our vertical as well. So
back then it's only Facebook, right? Bitcoin Addict. Everything.
No, we have Facebook, and then we have our own media website, and then the Telegram group as well, where it's quite active back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
People talk about the DGen stuff.
Yeah, DGen stuff back in the day, like doing all farming on DEX, like whatnot. And we are kind of like I think trendsetter in a way that anything new thing that happened in crypto, we are like the first one who goes in and like try it out, right? So for example, when the DeFi summer happened, like I think we were one of the first guys who went talk about and play around like YFI curve back in the day and just start farming, right? So that's how also we got like a lot of following back in the day, because like we were like and then Axie came, NFT came.
I think back then P Kim, he changed his name, right? From like Kim to like Kim DeFi Daddy.
Yeah, because he was so into DeFi, right? And like we all farming together back then. And there was like a lot of all these like weird farm coming out as well. So when we were mainly in the bigger farm that happened, right? Bigger DEX or DEX pool, LP.
My first DeFi probably Mirror, I think. I listened to Bitkub.
I think we were way before Mirror. Like we were doing like the YFI loop, I think, back in the day, and then there was like a lot of things that happened along the way.
So you were there during the Andrea Broom, right?
Yeah. So it was like we were farming with the loop that time. So basically put the collateral, lend it out, and just keep farming over again. Yeah. So I think it's pretty interesting time. So I think that was like a lot of the. In our company, there was a lot of things that we want to experiment, and like the team is quite lean, right? So that's how I think we slowly kind of like the pioneer and the whatever new sector that happened in the crypto space. For example, even today, right? Like when we build a team, right? Our team is like quite in the forefront of the DGen world or the meme world, right? But even though me myself don't have enough time to go in to be like that deep, we attract people who are.
You're pretty deep compared to most.
But I mean that just like, and then, so that's how I think like our kind of business expanded as well, right? So like we started as a media company, research, then slowly we expanded to like asset management. We applied for the license with the SEC, right? So that's how we got the Merkle Capital license as well. Because I think that opportunity was that.
Okay, wait. So right now this is like a Cryptomind group, right? The whole holding company, and we have Bitcoin Addict.
Actually, that is the way we structured the company, right? So we have Cryptomind Media.
Okay.
So Bitcoin Addict is underneath the media.
Media. Okay.
And then we have the Cryptomind Lab, where it's like for all the services that we do, right? So like it's like a one-stop service. So whether you want to do media promotion, KOL event, investment side, we do everything. We use the Cryptomind
that's a lab,
incubator or whatnot, right? And then we have the advisory license where we got from the SEC. Advisory allow us to basically talk about like the fact sheet of a coin, right? So let's say I'm talking like buy Solana at 200, sell at 250. Legally, we can do that like with the advisory license.
Oh, wow. This is like for the foreigners out there. Like,
legally with the fundamental view, of course, not just like, okay, I just tell buy and sell, right? Like you have to have a report out. Right?
You know, like when you guys get the advisory license, is it like 18?
No. It was 2021, I think.
Oh.
And then that's how we also started the asset management business.
This is very advanced. I mean, like probably like most of the Western world, they're probably amazed by this. It's like we can do what the brokers in a Web2 world can do, right?
Exactly,
it's like, hey, buy like the target price of ETH is gonna be 9K because of this. Blah, blah,
so
blah,
basically,
blah,
how
blah,
the traditional like asset
Yeah.
management company or brokerage they use, right, as a fact sheet, like a recommendation, I think, report kind of thing.
Who else have this?
I think I'm not too sure who else have this.
Oh.
Yeah, but like, and then also we applied for the asset management license because at that time, like when the whole DeFi started, right? Because it started with us, like that. Okay, we want one of our co-founder to manage our own fund, so we pull in together and like let him manage internally, right? And then a lot of people start contacting us that they want to like, oh, since you guys are doing a lot of this farming, then can you guys open a fund? So that's how we start applying the license. Also, then there's demand that, okay, since you guys know like what you're investing in, can you guys do like asset management? Like
in 21?
Yeah, I mean there were an inquiry coming in, but obviously we didn't accept, right? Because outside people money, and then we also want to be liable for that. And that's when I think the DAFM digital asset fund management license was coming out. So that's why we are like, oh yeah, the SEC is coming out with this. We should apply. And then we can go back to all the people who ask us, right? Like we can approach them and then legally do it for everyone. So we want to do everything in a proper manner, right? That's why we apply the license and then start.
This is like 2020?
2020, 2021, I think, yeah.
Oh, that's very early, right?
Yeah.
So even before like Bitcoin ETF was approved.
Yeah, before Bitcoin ETF. I think like Thailand, we are quite like in the forefront of like the regulation in many ways,
Yeah. I think a lot of people will be surprised by that. Like we have, I remember like in 2021, you guys have like a Bitcoin fund or like a L1 fund, Metaverse fund, like many.
So there's like Metaverse fund. I think like not too well.
So what's the most popular ETF? Can we call it ETF? It's like basically a private ETF.
Actually, for us, right? So we have like the large cap. I think is where a lot of the client deploy the money in. But also we have the DeFi fund, which became very, very popular because like what we did was basically there was a lot of all these DeFi protocol that we can go farm, right?
Yeah.
This one we done it privately, and there was no license yet at that time. And then people were like, we were farming on behalf of people, basically. Yeah. So they were getting like 20 to 40% per year yield.
Wow, that's a lot.
I mean, that was like the peak of DeFi, right? Yeah. Obviously, it's not like that much now, right? Now it's like around like 7 to like 15%.
That's basically Elcrem, right?
Yeah, and it's not guaranteed, right? So and then we always like tell our client what is guaranteed and what is not.
It's very cool. There's like Merkle, right?
Yeah.
MERKLE.
Yep.
That's Merkle, and then you read it backwards.
Yep.
To Elcrem, right?
Yeah.
So Merkle is it within the Thai SEC?
Yeah.
So everything custodian, you have to get a proper custodian and stuff. And Elcrem is more like a DeFi farm, right?
Yeah, DeFi fund, like farm, I would say. DeFi farming strategy, basically, yeah. Also, it allow us to like kind of explore on the DeFi side where we have a lot of expertise as well. So that's how it kind of steamroll, right? Like, on our end on the product side. Yep.
Yeah, this is the coolest part is that Elcrem, I think you guys get lost from the Luna collapse? Because like Luna is very big in Thailand.
Actually, we were not in. I mean, we have a very small amount in Luna, but like we got out like way early.
UST.
Yeah. So we were on UST, like we were out like so early in the days already. Like we went in and then we went out like I think 6 months before it collapsed. Yeah. So I mean, like there was other pool that we can explore.
I think
right?
P Kim, the CEO of CIO of Elcrum, I think he made one big post about like when I
don't even remember actually.
Back then Anchor gave you 20%.
Yeah.
Like almost guaranteed.
Yeah.
And then like first it was backed by only Luna. And then they decreased it something. Like they decreased from 20% to like 18 to like 16.5 based on blah blah blah. And then they have this Luna Foundation Guard.
Oh yeah, when they have to like Bitcoin.
We have to buy Bitcoin and buy AVAX, like all this stuff. Like I think he spotted some red flags.
Yeah. So I think we spotted some red flag on that.
Yeah.
Right? So managed to like.
This is amazing. Like a bunch of like I remember back then there was a big backlash with the Lunatics community.
Yeah, I mean look at where they are now, right? So I mean not to like mention anything. So it is what it is, right? So yeah.
Okay, so back. So we have Cryptomind Media, Bitcoin Addict, and then we have Labs, which is mostly GTM, and Merkle, Elcrum, what's the investment side?
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's pretty much it. And then like from Lab, we incubated project like GuildFi right back in the day, and then and rebranded Zen3 now.
How does GuildFi get started?
So I think it was like the peak of the gaming guild, and then like we were kind of doing the gaming the scholar on Axie, and then it just kind of like snowballed from there as well. So we started an old scholar, then like we are like okay.
So you have a bunch of guilds, a bunch of people, Axie team, right? You call it team.
Axie team, and then like we just pre-funded that, and then like the guy who wanted to lead it, like he wanted to expand it more, and then it became a proper project, right? As time passed, and then the next thing we know, they were doing fundraising, we were helping them, and then they spin off as their own company. So it's just like a snowball effect again.
The story was that like, from my understanding, like YGG tried to contact you guys and say like, hey,
I think that time there was YGG C as well, right? So they were doing the sub DAO on the YGG, and then like,
and then you're like, hey, like we can do this stuff, right? We can do this stuff. We don't even need YGG. We can be our own YGG. So that's how GuildFi started.
That's how it started for the Thailand side, So it snowball from there, I would say. So during the gaming guild peak mania, I would say GameFi mania,
But that's like one of the biggest raise, I think biggest raise in Thailand, right? So that's like 4,000 million baht, which is like 140 mil.
140 mil USD.
140 mil.
So we kind of incubated them, and then like now.
What's the strategy though? Like how?
I think it was timing, right? So like I think it was a peak timing and FOMO of coming in together, and also like we have quite a legit team, right? That who want to work in the project as well. So I think a lot of combination combined, but I'll say like mainly is like the peak euphoric of market, right? So there's every cycle you have like all these like euphoric,
especially the metaverse thing. It's after Meta. It's not
exactly, and everybody was talking about GameFi. It's gonna be like the new adoption of crypto, right? So it was like a peak of a lot of things, and then obviously like now it's pivot to like fully AI, right, for Zen3 side, So let's see how it goes.
I think this is very cool. I mean, like it started to be GameFi and then become like a VC.
I mean, the company is more like a startup, right? So like if you do one thing, it doesn't work, the project has to keep pivoting and find the right product market fit and make a use. I would say like the key is to make a very good product that people want to use, and the token price to reflect that one way or another at the end, and the value should accrue back to the token as well.
We will have more dive deep on the Zen3 in the next episode. But basically, it's more like a gaming guild. And then more like a VC, like GuildFi DAO, and then like InfoFi with Nexus. And now
so there's like
completely
three like metamorphosis now.
I guess the biggest selling part right now is that it has like 150 mil in the treasury.
I actually don't follow now how much each company has.
But back then, I think so. GuildFi was like Zen3 has like I don't know like ETH treasury. You guys were like top 15 for sure, like top 15
I think it's
in
top
the world.
20 now, and if you go look at the ETH treasury, ETHstrategy.com.
That's very impressive.
I mean, we still
have so much money
on, to that, Okay, so that's still pretty good for the team.
Okay, so next question. So this one, a lot of people ask like, because most of the CEO, right? Because right now you are like CEO of Cryptomind, whatever, like, I'm not sure. Like basically right now you're doing Merkle, you oversee like all the operation with a bunch of stuff. And you also manage to like invest on the side, make some like short-term trades, doing a lot of degen stuff. This is very unique, like compared to most like true operators, right? Like those guys, they are more like 100% focused on the business. They don't know what's happening in the degen world on like interesting narrative. Like how do you manage your time?
So I would say
like a business and like trading.
So I think the business wise, right? Like I mean, it's quite clear, right? What you have to do, like you have to set strategy, vision, and monitor a team with the right KPI. But for me, like going to the degen world, reading about it is more on the knowledge and interest, right? Like I think you have to keep up with the trend, what's going on, and also to see like what opportunity are there as well, right? So as a company who does like investment, media, all this stuff, right? Like you have to be aware of what is going on in the market, right? And know what kind of narrative people are talking about and what is the next potential big narrative as well. So I think that's like part of being like running this type of company. You need to have some idea, right? So
because you probably meet a bunch of crypto founders who are not as degen and they don't know what's happening. They're more like a operator side. They don't keep track on what's happening, right?
Yeah, I think there's different type of founder, right? So I think for me, it's like a lot to learn from the market and like what is going on in the industry itself, right? So you have to be quite aware, and especially running like this sort of like business where you work with a lot of different projects, right? You have to understand as well what is their need, what kind of like what kind of protocol or project would it be like PMF in here in Thailand, like would the market bite like XYZ, and what kind of ideation would be great for the market as well. Even and for the investment side, we can also share with the fund side, right? Like what kind of like what are people talking about and what is to be looked out into as well, right? Like, so that's why I think it's part of the work, I think.
Is there any benefits of like, let's say, hiring someone who's like not as crypto native but they're good operators versus someone who's like super deep into the...
So I think really depends on the role, right? So obviously like if you need like a good CFO, I don't think they need to have like too much degen or like what knowledge you require in the crypto side, right? But obviously if they're running in the BD or say they have to know a bit, right? Like in a bit in depth. If they are, because like if your BD is like super web 2, like the project you talk to will also be like this
BD is the face of the company.
Like they don't know what they're talking about, right? They look clueless, right? So it doesn't represent. But if you're doing like, I think it depends on the role in the company, So if you're a researcher, obviously like the way to prove yourself, like you can write a thesis on different projects you're looking into, right?
I think you'll be very surprised of like a lot of BDs who doesn't know, like who are not as crypto native as we would think.
I mean, depends on what the project or what that company wants as well, right? So sometimes they might be a crypto native company, but they hire BD who are more Web 2 side and they want to work with corporate, right? Which is fair enough. Right? So it really depends on the strategy that the company is going into.
Depends,
So I would say like there's no right or wrong, right? So let's say you are DeFi protocol, but you need to like
talk to the banks, right?
Access the TradFi. You cannot be a degen crypto and go talk to them, right? Proper TradFi BD type of personality to have converse the same language, I would say. So it really depends. Like for us, like our BD has to talk with a lot of projects, right? So they have to have like a lot of understanding in the market and what narrative is going on, what is going on in different sector, right? DeFi, AI, I don't know what prediction market, like meme coin, whatever it is, right? So they have to have some knowledge in L1, L2, everything, right? So they have to know a bit what's going on. So it makes a lot of sense to have that knowledge. But like I would say for like back end folk, like I don't think you need that, right? They need to be really good at their job. Like
I go to educate to a lot of university students, and I talk to a bunch of students. I think the top places for them to intern will be like Bitkub and Cryptomind. And then we always say it's like, if you don't know what you're doing, you go to Bitkub.
I mean, it's different, right? So I think at different places, you have a lot of different value when what you get from the internship, right? So I think for our intern, like
I'm not really joking. Like a lot of the students, they say like, hey, I really want to work at Cryptomind. Like even if I can work for free for like a few months because I want to get to like, I want to know the investment thesis. I want to meet the smart people. Like how do you even build this brand? Like,
so I think like
this is very big.
It stems from our research and like the research team, right? So they have a lot of content that is out.
Yeah.
And they go in like, I think they go in gazillion sector, right? Some of them I don't even aware, right? So I think a lot of young folks also like doing airdrop and try to find the right opportunity in this market. So I think that's where the research and like the DGen clan team comes in, right? So there's a lot of knowledge and community being built and shared about like different theme investment focus, right? So I think, and also the content we roll out is like kind of deep content that we actually know what we're talking about, right? So in terms of if you want to know very deep in the market, you can come here and learn more, I would say, So
what's the benefits of working at a Cryptomind?
So I say you have like a young, hungry people who like want to make it, right? So like sometimes they come in, they don't look at the salary per se, right? But they look at the co-worker around them and opportunity that they can find for themselves. I would say.
From my understanding, you guys have like every Friday, everyone has to be at office.
Yeah.
There's the thing called coin talk, right?
Yep.
Whereas it's more like people sharing things about, everyone has to attend, right? More like macro, all the interesting narrative. People discuss like what coins to buy, what airdrop to farm. Is that happening?
Yeah. It's happening every Friday still. Like, So we have this kind of culture where like, so there's 3 parts to that, right? So there's a macro like outlook, right? Like let's say the Fed cut rate today, what will happen, ABC scenario. Look at the macro big picture, anything like concerning. Then we can go on to like the big cap. And then also like the on-chain stuff, right? Like, okay, what are narrative people talking about? Also, if there's anything interesting airdrop, like we can talk about that in this session as well. So it's kind of like, I think we try to make it mandatory, but actually it depends on like if you're free or not, right? Like,
But this one is organized by the Cryptomind research team.
It's a research team with like the fund team like together. So the fund team share, the Merkle team share like the macro picture, side. Right? Like, So they have to monitor the macro picture in the longer term,
And then like another benefits that no one talk about is that you get like the high performers at Cryptomind get some access to the private sale deals, right?
Actually, I don't think we have any private sale deal anymore, right? So like
back then, I remember.
I mean that was the early day, right? So you get allocation and we try to like give to everyone, right? Like So now it's more like I think
even the meme coin.
So I think for that part, right, it's just like for like kind of like we get let's say we invest in project, like we give us as like a very small amount as a bonus, right, for employee to like participate kind of thing, right? Like, but nothing in particular like that. Like,
is there some rules? Basically, like meme. I think you guys make more over 100x, right? Basically,
not really. Oh. Yeah, I mean, the investment deal. I think when we invested at 69 FTV.
Yeah.
Now it's like
not now, but I mean when it reached around.
No, but also there's different part to that fund, right? So it's all separated, up to like not really. I would say it's not really like
not the main benefits, more like just the perks.
Yeah, just a perk.
But is it for the like outstanding performers, or is it?
No. Actually, now like we stopped all with that already. To be honest, like it's just like too much internal headache to deal with.
It's a lot of accounting operation.
So I think now it's just like people just work as normally.
What's how is there any like financial difficulty? Like how do you guys? I think you guys raised like what's your experience of raising capital Cryptomind?
For Cryptomind, we did seed? 2 rounds. So like we did the seed round around 30 mil THB, around 1 mil. And then
that's a seed, right?
Yeah, that's a seed, and series is around 120 mil THB, so around like 4 million US. So total raise was like around 5 mil USD.
The first one from
a listed coal company in Thailand, Country Group, right? And then the second one we have like Hashkey, Beacon, Avery, like some of the VC, and came in for the series round.
I guess the first one, not many people knows, but the second round is very big, like especially K-Bank, right?
Yeah.
Beacon K-Bank is like very big in Thailand.
Yeah.
They invested into this.
So I think the second round was more on the using that as a springboard, right? To grow our product and grow our team members as well, right? Yeah. So that's basically
the second round. I guess you guys have revenue, so it's easy. So it's more like a TradFi valuation.
Yeah,
but the
exactly.
first one is more like just bet on the team.
Yeah. Basically, the first one is just like more like a seed, right? So I think the promise we gave our investor on the first round was we're gonna acquire 2 license.
Yeah.
And AUM is gonna be like very small, about like 10 mil, 20 mil USD, like that. Yeah. But it turned out our AUM went to like 30 mil USD in the first year, right? Yeah.
What kind of license are you guys getting?
No, that time when we promised a seed investor, so we promised we'll get the advisory license and the fund management license, right? Yeah. So that was like kind of like in the deal that, okay, with this money in, we're gonna apply for this too and get these 2 licenses, yeah.
How difficult is it to get the license?
I think it's been a long
process.
process, yeah. I think it took us like a year and a half, nearly 2 years, yeah.
Is it expensive?
I would say it's not very expensive, but you just have to know what you're doing. But like I think now the rule has changed quite a bit, because you have to be ready, like your platform has to be ready before you apply for the license, right? So I think that time was still a bit early days. But you have to have everything in writing, and you have to follow all the protocol and whatever you wrote, right, to the SEC. So, but also at that time we are talking to SEC quite a long time as well. Yeah. So back and forth with the consultation, formal application, and then just keep going, right? Yeah. So it took a while, yeah.
I love great works you guys have been doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the future of Cryptomind then?
So I think we are looking into going to the IPO route, right? So going to the capital market, since we have like a clear business model, which is asset management on one side, and all the community building and even KOL management, all those stuff, like go to markets, right? So
like a long-term
agency business and like asset management. I think that's the main thing that we're looking into for the stock market route. Whether it's Thailand.
What's the bulk of the revenue? Is it more like media, or is it more?
So I think the focus got to be more on the asset management side. I think that's where you can get like exponential revenue coming in, right? Yeah. So slowly we're exploring.
Especially like right now, a lot of family office or corporate want to get into
so I think a lot with the debt core narrative coming out as well, right? So we've been talking to a lot of like the listed company in locally as well, right? That they want to like use like Merkle as an asset management provider for them. Like, that's where like a lot of synergy are coming in together as well. Yeah.
How about the M&A route?
I think
because I see a lot of big banks where like basically I think they probably buy and that's it, right?
So I think M&A route, we're not like close to that, but like we have to see as well, right? Like what's the benefit for us, and like how would it turn out at the end? So obviously we would try to like go in ourselves at this stage in time, because looking at everything, it makes sense to go our own route. Yeah.
But basically it's not like tied to the, so Beacon, which is like a VC firm from K-Bank, invest in Cryptomind, but it's not tied to the K-Bank ecosystem basically. Like any other banks can buy, right?
I think the Beacon side, they view it a bit more separately, right? Like, so I mean, like they invest in a lot of startups, but the
as long as they make money, it's fine.
I mean, like that could be that's like the mandate for the VC, right? Yeah. But like if there's like a synergy with the bank, and the bank decided to like look into acquisition, might be also like up to them, right? So like, but I think for the M&A route, I think I would more prefer to go like our own capital market route, right? Yeah.
What's the timeline?
Let's see, right? So hopefully, finger crossed, like a year or two, like not more than that, I guess.
Oh, okay. So you guys have to start doing the, what do you call, like the tool bookkeeping, like the.
Yeah. So we started a lot of process already internally. Yeah. So we're in preparation for that already at this moment in time. Yeah.
So advice to projects. Any tips on how to like hire talent, how to hire a really strong team?
So I think you have to look at the culture first, right? Like, and if the person fit the culture, and technicality, skill is like, and EQ and IQ as well, right? I think there's a value to both. So I think like along those sides, I think, and also if it doesn't work out, I think just try to cut your mistake.
Hire fire fast, basically.
I would say we don't do it that too fast. So like usually we give people all the time at least 3 to 4 months to like prove themselves. So let's say if they're not by month 4, if they don't pass probation, like they already know they're not a good fit, right? Like so we try to like accommodate people.
So it's
and
more
try
like
to find their talent.
So it's more like building instead of focusing on hiring, it's more like building the culture.
Yeah.
So that everyone is like spreading all the good words. So
but I think like for our end, right, from my experience, I think building like from the people who have really high passion with the company and just, try to empower them and train them. I think that's the best way to go for us. Yeah. So you can hire a bit like more when they're younger and try to like groom them and provide them a clear career path and also empower them as also. And
what's a key indicator of like hiring someone very good?
I mean,
my take, I would say, if I help the projects, I would say like, I would ask like, what do you do on the weekends, right? Like I love, I think what weird about Thailand is that people are like, they are genuine, they are really genuine about investing in crypto as a whole, that they are willing to come on even on weekends and holidays, right? So they come to listen to the talks and stuff. Whereas like there's like a super corporate guy that they're not interested at all. Like they just do their own thing, more like they view this more like a BD thing.
I would say I have like a 2 take on that, right? I think there's that part of I think really depends, right, on what kind of person you want in which role. I think that's more how to way to put it, right? So sometimes those corporate guys are very good at certain kind of role and responsibility, whereas the crypto guy that you're talking about, like, can we fit in like BD marketing or whatnot, right? Like, and like more front facing role or back end role, right? So or however you want to put it, right? So I think there's no fixed, like for me, like there's no fix that you have to be this, be that. I think as long as you can perform and can get along with the team member and contribute and add value, right? Like, so you have to be more like forward thinking and have your own initiative. That's what I like to see, right? Yeah. Not that it's not like we want a top down approach. Like usually we expect the employee to come and like give suggestion and give feedback as well, right? So I think that's a key to like look if they're a good hire or not, and how they contribute.
The culture is more like a bit laid back. It's like I give you full trust and you can suggest any ideas or whatever, right?
Yeah, but like so now we have more KPI based, right? So I also like has to be more focused on the KPI and like how would they roll and what they suggest contribute to the main KPI of the team. I would say like, that's the main thing. Yeah,
that's good.
So I mean, if you don't have like a framework to endorse the whole thing, right? So then anything can be presented, right? And then you cannot kind of measure, right? What is a key output for different certain initiative and outcome as well.
Right now you guys have like 100 people?
For Cryptomind group in total, I think around 80, 90 now. Yeah.
90.
Yeah.
But first it was around like 20, and then I remember you guys used to hire really, really quickly.
So I think there was a scaling.
After you guys raised a lot of money from GuildFi, right?
No. I think you have to move, it's 2 separate sites. So the Zen3 team share the same office space. Yeah. But the working team, everything is separated, right? So we're not like together. So whatever they hire is on their end. So for Cryptomind, I think we went up a bit 100 something, right? Now we kind of move back to the sweet spot around 80 to 90. I think that's a very sweet spot where we at right now. Yeah. So I think just like kind of like getting more out of like what current resources and try to empower and like train internal people more. Yeah, I would say.
Is there any like the thing that you wish you would done differently with the hiring process?
I think it's all part of the learning process. So I mean, if I did it differently, I wouldn't learn, right? So yeah, I think as in hindsight, like it's good I did what I did. Yeah. I'm quite happy with the decision I made, right? So in that case, I get to learn. But sometimes it's a bit of headache, right? People management and all this stuff. Yeah. But you also know like, you have to be through quite a bit, right? To know like what kind of person like can fit your company role and who you can trust or not. Yeah. So I think that kind of makes sense. Yeah.
I think what unique about you guys is mostly come from like all the founders are really genuine interested in crypto. Yeah. They're like super crypto native. They're not as corporate as the other firm. So maybe like it's a lot of learning, a lot of trial and errors, right?
So I think that's how startup operate, right? Just like slowly move, and then like once you become more, I think more established, and you set like everything is more like it's just about day-to-day operation and getting the most out of the working team, right? I don't know who are the worker, but in ideation it's like a bit messy, right?
Yeah.
But now it's more once like everything is settled down, it kind of like just need like a proper like brick and cement to like put everything together. Yeah.
Okay, so back to the Thai ecosystem. So to give a pitch to like a global project, so what's the main reason why Thailand? Give a pitch.
So I think that we have like the best adoption rate, one of the best adoption rate of crypto in the whole world. Like we are in the top 10 every year, right? A lot of crypto user, clear regulation, clear government support, a lot of retail interest in the crypto market, and it's quite well received in the perception of the crypto sphere as well in Thailand. So I think you have all these like sweet spot that happen right in Thailand. So that's why most of the global projects should look into Thailand, I would say. Yeah, it's probably one of the main place you have to come in Southeast Asia if you want to like tap into the Southeast Asia region.
What's a unique selling point compared to like other countries in APAC like Japan, Korea, Indonesia?
So I would say like different countries have their own unique selling point.
Yeah.
So like let's say Korea, they have a very big trading volume. And a lot
more decent than Thailand, I think.
Yeah, but at the same time, you look at GDP of Korea and GDP of Thailand, it's different amount of buying power, right?
Yeah.
Look at the volume in Upbit, it's like quite a crazy. You see, you have all this kimchi premium back in the day already, right? Even though people can't leverage, they're like buying all these like token listed on Upbit. The volume is like insane, right? But I think you get the volume in Korea for sure. But in Thailand, you get kind of the mass market a bit more. So you might be the volume.
Grassroots users.
Yeah, grassroots users.
Like whales.
Whale also some of them. And then you get people who are generally excited to try new products as well, right? So whether like, let's say like the trend of like airdrop farming, NFT, like you can see Thai degen as like the first one who jump the gun and try out anything new, right?
Because we are poor, so we need to find some ways to make money.
Yeah, exactly.
And basically, the poorer in the country get, the more airdrop farmers we have.
So I would say, but like, and I think in Thailand they have a more proper like, and now even with DeFi protocol, right? You get a lot of users from Thailand. The ticket size might not be big, but I think once they become like a bit user, they also stick with your platform in a way, right? So in a way that like
stickiness is high.
Yeah. So I think the Thailand has that key advantage. And also like to get the listing done in THB pair, there's a clear process. You can talk to different exchange. Everything is legalized.
Oh, so it's more like it's clear.
Yeah, it's clear operation. Yeah, and then also like with the distribution channel, I think every project need to have as much as the distribution channel as possible, right? So if you get your coin listed on a THP pair, that can be one outlet for you, right? Like I think that's also the key factor here for Thailand. And also government quite supportive of the whole digital economy and ecosystem, right? And we have, I think, you can see like one of the few countries that have all these advertisement, right? Like exchange advertisement if you drive around Thailand. Not coin advertisement yet, but like, I think a lot of exchanges are
probably Bitkub everywhere.
Yeah,
and then maybe we start to see Binance
Thailand, Bitasa used to do it. Like so, I think a lot of people are doing a lot of like KuCoin doing it now as well, right? Like so you see a lot of big players are doing a lot of mass advertisement here. So I think like everybody knows about crypto here. It's just they would want to, the perception of crypto is like whether they invest or not is different thing, right? Yeah.
I really feel like Thailand has very high DEX to SEC ratio compared to Korea.
Yep.
Did you know Korea, they have like such a weird regulation in the sense that, let's say they want to move money out of Upbit to Web3 wallet. They need a whitelist process.
Oh.
Like basically, like let's say a random from like Bitkub or Upbit, when without the KYC, I think they can move like less than 1K.
Oh, okay, all right.
But to unlimited money, they need like to basically whitelist their Web3 wallet specific tied to the
But I think we're going to see that as a big trend around the world. I think in Thailand it's starting to happen now as well.
Oh.
Yeah. Because from what I heard,
The government want more control over you,
No, I think
basically.
it's more like to do with I think there's this problem with the mule account.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people that like, now you want to like, let's say you want to take money out from like exchange in Thailand, it's like the first sign up, you're going to be locked out for like how many days, I don't know.
Oh.
And then if you want to like, there's a limit of certain baht, I think 50K or something. And then the higher you KYC, the higher limit you get out.
So basically it's AML.
Yeah, it's a lot of those concerns with that right now.
Illegal,
so I think like
money.
compare with like, let's say Vietnam, they have a more hungrier environment in the builder side.
Yeah.
So let's say project are looking for the builder, right? I think you can find a lot of builder in Vietnam, but in Thailand there might be lesser builder, but maybe like you can get like more like because a lot of builder in Thailand also look into AI, right? So you got to compete with other sectors.
I always say it's like we don't have a lot of builders, we have a bunch of gamblers.
So that could be one of the ways to put it. And in Malaysia, for example, you have a lot of builder, and then a lot of Singaporean company, they have like the sublet protocol in Malaysia, right? Like, so they have like a 2 office kind of system. And
Malaysia is very unique because like they can just drive like 1 hour to Singapore. It's basically Singapore. Like CoinGecko Drift. What do you have? You have CoinGecko Drift. Jupiter has 2 offices for sure.
Yeah, Pendle, you have virtual.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of interesting builder in Malaysia. But the community right there in Malaysia is kind of small, right, in a way, compared to like the excitement in Thailand. And then you look into what else? Indonesia, you have a lot of trader for sure. I think like it's a big trading with the population itself, right? So a lot of protocol go to Indonesia for the trading, mass market trading at all.
How was CoinFest?
CoinFest, I wouldn't say it's Indonesia kind of like focus. It's more global focus, right? Regional focus, yeah. I mean, you see a lot of local people, but it's more like regional people flying from Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand.
So more than 50% are not Indonesian, right?
Yeah. A lot of them are global people flying in. So I would say like each of the APAC country has different unique point. And
they're on the rise. Like GDP is flying. It's like they're growing really, really fast.
But the only interesting part for APAC, right? There's still one size fit all marketing.
Yeah.
Because each of the country need their own localization strategy, right? Yeah. So you cannot come to like one place and say that, oh, I want to do the whole Asia, and go to like one and everybody can do like one thing, because like you have like people like us in every country, basically people like Cryptomind in every country to help with the GTM in each country, because you need to understand their language, their culture, their behavior, what is the user like, and how to navigate the ecosystem like in different countries. Yeah, so it has their own unique point, I would say. But overall, I think APAC as a group together is like quite a big market in the crypto world for sure. Yep.
What about Philippines?
Philippines, I think they have
Similar
a lot
to
of
Thailand, a bunch of airdrop hunters and GameFi grinders.
Yeah, I think in the GameFi days, Philippines was one of the biggest. I think they're still biggest in that area. But like airdrop hunter in the DeFi side, I'm not too sure. Yeah. So they
just because of the YGG, right? Like
I think YGG and Axie was like so big in Philippines, right? Yeah. And I think there's a lot of use cases in Philippines with the remittance, right? For the stablecoin remittance.
Yeah. And
transferring of money there. Yeah.
Okay, so as a playbook for APAC, so what's the best way? Is it like you build a headquarters in Singapore, you hire cheap devs in Malaysia, and you hire a very cheap dev in Vietnam, so you are like access to the cheap devs and expensive devs, and you expand to Thailand and Thailand and Indonesia. Right?
So I think it really depends on what the protocol of the project want, right? So sometimes they can be fully based in Western country, but the way some protocol I see do it quite well is like they hire like one head of APAC, right, to implement all the strategy, and then you can have like 1 or 2 person in each of the jurisdiction, right? Or can be like 1 person handling like maybe 3 countries as well, right? Can work in that way and deal with like local vendor, and then like let's see what the protocol want in the long term. Yeah, so and then if you want to like find more dev for the ecosystem, then you need to run like hackathon in different countries, people bring in more dev. So I think apart from like, let's say Vietnam and Malaysia, where there's like quite a few debt, or even China itself, right? There's India as well, where there's a lot of debt in that region as well, developer there. So really dependent, but then if you want to do like big BD, kind of like partnership with like government agency or even local corporate, right? Then you also need like people who can deal with them and like know what you want as a project as well. Yeah. So let's like take WorldCoin, for example. They have WorldCoin Thailand, right? One of their KPIs is probably like to get a lot of people.
The
off scan, right? So they have a person in Thailand handling that, and team in Thailand handling that. And they focus on the global marketing, can be like from the global initiative with the crypto side of things.
They're really crazy.
WorldCoin
team.
Project like Aptos, for example, they also try to build like community base in like different country, and then also they have like working with like the World Expo and activating the Aptos wallet there, right? So it really depends on like what kind of protocol, which strategy they want. Or some DeFi protocol, they attract a lot of player with for collecting the point right nowadays. So really depends on like, okay, let's see.
But I think right now most of the contributors, they are getting smart.
Yeah.
Because it's like back then it's more like we are farming them, but then like
now
somehow we get farmed by the protocols.
Now I think it's more on the monetary value you provide to protocol as well, right? So it's not only about like the contribution as in talking in the community anymore, right? That doesn't work anymore. So you have to be able to use the protocol and be a heavy user in that protocol as well, right? So like the time also kind of adapted.
So it's more like a you farming. It's more like you use the protocol, you get points, and they reward back.
Yeah, it depends on how much point you have. The more money you have, the more point you can potentially acquire as well, right? Or if you have less point, you have to be smart about the strategy, right? More frequent trading, or like how you going to do it, like with like lending and like borrowing it out and really reloop it again. So different sort of thing you can do, right? Yeah. What I'm seeing in the market right now. So it really depends on like what is the protocol focus on. Is that like the goal is to have more DApp, onboard more developer, they want more traction as in like trading volume.
So let's take like a chain. Let's take a chain, for example, like layer 1 chain. So what's the best way?
So let's say go back to a chain, right? So there's two marketing for the chain, right? So then they need like a useful
builders
product.
And users, yeah.
So first of all, the chain needs something for user to like interact with, right?
Yeah.
So if you have good enough product, the app, in a way, right, it can start off like small, and then once you start expanding, you want to onboard more user to that the app as well as a supporting role, right? So that can be done, but like if you want more builder, then you actually need to work to like onboarding via hackathon, right? And then with hackathon, then you have milestone grant that you can give to like developer or builder in that particular region or country jurisdiction, right? And then you can onboard them with the full support. Like for example, Solana has a super team initiative.
Yeah.
And they just did like a super team in Bali as well, right? Like,
I didn't know that.
Solana house in Bali, I think. So they're bringing a lot of builders from the Asia side. They put them in the house together, do like workshop and share some idea, and also try to like move them from like, some of them have some ideation and have some product and try to scale them up. Yeah. Yeah. So it really depends.
Super team is really cool.
Yeah.
Because I think like they're smart about it. Like for example, from my understanding, like Super Team Vietnam and Super Team India are more into like developers.
Yeah.
Super Team UAE and Singapore is more towards like getting funds from VCs.
Yeah.
Super Team Japan probably more like on the BD side. They're like niche down localization.
So exactly. So really they have to identify first, right? They want to access to capital market, like Singapore, Hong Kong might be a place to go, right? If they want builder, then like, okay, India, Malaysia, Vietnam might be another place to be at, right? And if they want like traders, like Thailand could be one of them. Thailand, Korea could be one of them, right? So it really depends on what kind of like the focus is for different protocol and like the key focus for them. So usually they have different focuses, right? So you can nail down, okay, this country is good for ABC. A can be like one of the top KPI, and B can be like the supporting KPI, I would say. Yeah.
So how about DEX or PERP DEX? Like let's say you're like a CEO of hyperliquid competitors. How will you do it?
Oh, that's a very tough question, because I think the product sells for itself, right? And like usually for me, right, I would say like usually it's like the 0 to 1, the first one who does it actually very well, right? It's very hard for other protocols to replicate, right?
Yeah.
So you see any season, right, or any new thing that happened in the crypto space, if you do the first one really good and you reward your community quite well, right? There's a stickiness to it. But let's say you want to compete, then you have to like be able to have like a 10x better offering for the
Which
user,
is
right?
not.
Yeah,
It's
if you
hard.
can't do
It's
that,
hard.
it's very difficult.
It's hard.
Right? Then
Yeah.
it has to be monetary, like, and then you gotta end up like.
But this thing is very short-lived, right? It's like lighter or like AV&T. Like it's more like once the reward runs out, then
I mean, that's
then
the
it's done.
assumption, right? Like the people are there for reward, or they're
Yeah.
there for like the platform itself.
Yeah.
Remain to be seen, right? So I think the hardest part for the project is not pre-TGE, but I think once the token is
Post-TGE,
out,
right?
yeah. But pre-TGE, you can see like any hype can be created, right? People
Yeah.
are super excited, right? Because they don't have anything yet. But once you start giving the airdrop out, then like it's gonna be like, oh, some people are gonna complain that too less. I did X, Y, Z, why I'm getting this rewarded. Or sometimes they get it a lot. Also, they also like quite predatory in a way that they're gonna move in, look for the next opportunity and go in, right? Like yeah. So it really depends on your product market fit at the end of the day, I would say. Yeah.
yeah.
So even though how much marketing you have, like at the
At the end of the day, it's
about
product. Yeah,
yeah.
for the long-term thing.
Product innovation, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty difficult in the perp deck space.
Yeah,
It's not easy to.
now it's not easy, but Hyperliquid has done it, as we have seen. Like so, could be other perp decks coming out, or maybe not even a perp decks, or perp decks would have like a tokenized stock and like tokenized real world asset product or not. Like
Do you use Lighter yourself?
no, actually I don't use much of perp. I'm not a perp guy too
yeah,
much.
yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
There's this thing called LLP. Like it's basically more like a GLP, more like basically you bet against trader.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a sense that.
Yeah, I know about that concept, but that's not my expertise. I don't have time to monitor it all the time.
Yeah.
So usually I just trade spot, and like if I leverage, it's like very like 2-3x like maximum, not like go full on like 20-50x is a bit too much. Like I can't sleep at night as well.
Yeah.
Personally, yeah. So I think.
What about like is there any difference between like the retail users in APAC compared to Western in the Western world?
So I think in the Western world, right, like as you can see, right, like the GDP per head is quite different.
People are richer basically.
Yeah, I mean you can get like odd job in McDonald's in US. You're making like what, I don't know how many dollar per hour, maybe 10 to like 15.
Yeah, in New York it's 18, I think.
Yeah, so let's say 18 to $20.
Yeah.
In Thailand, you look at the minimum wage is like $10 a day, right?
Yeah.
A day.
Yeah.
So that's like the big, and they're making that much more than that in per hour in New York.
Yeah.
So obviously the GDP is quite different, right? So I think for the requirement of time and energy required to farm, right? The amount that the people who come in retail that come in from the US side, I don't think they would want to spend a lot of time in like things that they are not very guaranteed to them, right? Let's say they go to perp decks, might make more sense for them, right? Or they do like proper contribution to product, they can earn more. But for Asian side, like even Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia, Philippines, Malaysia, the income per day is quite low compared to US side. So for these guys, it makes sense, right? To like, let's say you're like driving like a Grab in Thailand, you're probably earning like maximum, I think you can earn like
25K baht a month.
So let's
like
roughly leverage it up to like maybe $100 a day.
Yeah.
So they probably earn $80 to $100 a day.
Yeah.
And with like spending that much time, like 8 hours a day in one protocol, and maybe you can get like airdrop like properly. If you do it properly, you can get like 10 to like 50,000 USD, right? Which is quite a lot of money for like local people here. And given the living standard here, we don't need to spend that much, right? So that's like an advantage in itself, right? So it allows kind of democratization of wealth to happen in this region of the world as well, right?
So it's more like we get incentivized by because we are such a poor country, so but we can earn in USD.
Yeah,
so that's
exactly.
That's like we can do geo arbitrage.
Yeah, so like kind of like a lifestyle arbitrage in a way, right?
Yeah.
So you earn your money in USD, but you're spending in Thai baht.
That's why maybe that's like why the reason that why many Thais they're incentivized to use a bunch of like many weird protocols, new protocols, right?
So they
compared to
have
the
more
West.
incentivization to go and try out new things.
Yeah.
But I think for the Western time, right, they're like, oh, they can wait, right? Like, so they don't have to grind too much, and then like they can even buy the token on the spot market and also try to make from the token game itself, rather than like going
less incentive to try out new protocols.
Like doing 8 hours a day in McDonald's, New York, I'm making like what 8 times 20, $160 a day already, right?
Yeah.
And 10 days I'm making $1,600. Yeah. So that's the math that you can. But you're spending a much more in New York City than in Bangkok, right?
So basically in New York, probably you spend 2 hours in McDonald's equal to the WorldCoin airdrop you get for iScan.
So that's why like the WorldCoin airdrop, WorldCoin orb thing, right? You see a lot of has been like a lot of people are scanning in Thailand and like Asia actually is going quite big, right? Yeah. So it's very interesting business model by them because I asked the team whether like are you guys gonna adjust the amount based on the location? They say no. Yeah, because like for them also they look at it as like a more global perspective.
Yeah.
So for them it's all the same, right? And they key KPI is probably to get as many people onboarded on the World app as much as possible. Yeah. As quick as possible. Yeah.
They're paying a lot. They're paying I think. They're paying like when you scan. I get my scan, so I know.
Okay, all right.
So it's like when you go scan, and then you get like 50 world or something. Basically, okay, so you scan. 24 hours later, you get the first chunk of the world coin.
The unlocked world token.
Yeah, unlocked token that you can sell right away. 24 hours later, and then you get another year. So you get like vested every month, like that for the whole year. But basically, I think the selling point would be like you get I don't know like 1,200 baht, which is like
a pretty good deal.
That's like 3x the normal, 3 or 4x the normal minimum wage.
Yeah, per day, right?
Yeah.
So that's like
that's really crazy.
10 minutes of work done in like 3 days. Yeah.
And there's like there's a lot of rumors that it's like let's say you're the factory owner, like you're the factory owner, you have like 500 workers, you actually like close down like okay we're not gonna work one day, we're gonna take all the 500 factory workers to the to WorldCoin and let everyone scan, and then they take half because no one knows how to move money out of the World app.
Okay. That's pretty interesting in itself. Yeah. Okay.
Probably you don't see this in the West.
Yeah,
right?
In the Western they're probably like, what do you want me to do, you know?
Yeah.
So it's probably like very different market, I would say, compared to like the Asia side to the Western side, right? Yeah.
Do you think we have more gambling addiction to the West?
I would say like from looking at what happened in Pump Fund, I think it's more or less about the same. You can see all those streamer on Pump.fund, right? Like I would say like a lot degenerate in the Western space as well, right? Like and they're going in basically all this Pump Fund like getting the token to bond. You can see all this live stream happening. So it's not that different, I think. Yeah.
Oh.
But we do have more speculative investor in this side because like they're forced to kind of be in a bit, right? Like So whereas if you are more from the well-off country, you can take lower risk, right? Like that's a risk reward for you, right? In the whole spectrum of risk reward. Yeah.
I think one thing I may disagree is that I think Asians we are more addicted to gambling compared to the West. As my experience spending a lot of hours in the casino, in the casino.
You go Las Vegas, I don't know, you see a lot of Asian or you see a lot of Westerner. Like the slot machine, you also see a lot of like the local people there, right? So I would say like probably like there's gambling everywhere, right? So it's just like with crypto, it's just like kind of blasted out that like with some app it's like you can use it from anywhere at any time.
In the gambling world, I'm not sure whether you heard the story. They're saying like most of the Westerner when they're addicted to gambling, they're willing to risk like 100% of their net worth. But for the Asians, they leverage, so they can gamble 2x of their net worth.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, it sounds like
because we can do credit.
Yeah, that's a bit more pain in the ass, not very good for the financial situation.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people.
So it's become the norm of gamble more than you have.
Yeah, I mean, like you can see that in the grassroots, like with all, like even in Thailand itself, even though we are like officially gambling is illegal here, you see a lot of people like with what they have all these betting app that they have, casino app that website that they can access to, where they put in the money, they start gambling, right? Even the grassroots people, they're doing like 100, 200 baht, 50 baht bet like on football every week, on a daily lottery.
Illegal lottery.
How much of Thai people are looking out for the lottery result every 15 and like it's like a top headline, right? Like and then everybody's buying all the lottery ticket everywhere. So you can see like we are quite, because I think like the notion that like you spend, like even though you know, right, like I think everybody knows it, like the chances of winning is like so low, but there's always that chance that what if it's me that gets lucky, right? So you could be like, you want to be that 0.0001%, right? Like everybody can have that hope and dream, or the illusion of hope and dream, right?
But right now I think the situation right now, I think probably retails they have higher chance in the casino than in the trenches. The trenches is so hard right now.
I think like it might be coming back, and then it probably be on what.
It's basically it's only at the peak of the cycle, right? That the trenches make sense.
So like, it really depends on like how you are tackling the trenches. Like, so for me personally, I'm not very deep in the trenches. Like I mean, I just read what's going on, but like I don't have time to go like top last, like some random token like 10 mil, 5 mil, 3 mil. Maybe if I'm really bored, I just feel like gambling, I might throw like a couple of soul in. But I think I don't call that investment either. Just to see like, maybe some meme coin is funny and like test it out. But I'm not hoping to be like rich from that, right? Like it's just like part of the fun and game in crypto, I think. But that's how to manage allocation. Like you usually like sitting on the stable and like big cap is like probably a way, and you sleep a bit in peace as well.
What's the state of Thailand right now compared to like since when you guys start?
So I think like we have a lot of regulation clarity in Thailand. First of all, we have licenses for whatever you want to do, right? So, and the SEC here are quite advanced, and also they know quite a lot very deep in the crypto space, right? So before there was like a few license issue, right? So broker, dealer, exchange in the early day, and then there's ICO portal, right? And now there's like advisory license, asset management, custodian came out as well.
Seven probably,
So I think that we have quite a clear framework what you can do and what you can't do legally, right? With the licenses, have like a kind of umbrella the whole thing, right? So I think we're quite advanced in that manner, and also like I would say the adoption rate is like super high in Thailand, because like if you just look at the number, right? Like so we have around like I would say like more or less 2 million people who are registered user in the Thai exchange, at least 2 million, right? So probably active,
So Thailand has 70, so it's 2 out of 70?
Yeah, I would say 2 out of 70 right now. So maybe we can push it up to like 3-4 by the end of this cycle, maybe like But right now,
this is the KYC ones, right?
Yeah, the KYC one. So you can obviously see this data from the SEC report, and the active traders around, like active people who's trading every day, around 10% of that, 200,000. Which is quite a lot, I think. So I think it's still quite big in Thailand, right? And then sometimes the volume even surpass like what happened in the stock market at the peak of the last bull, right? So and then I think it's quite well adopted in Thailand.
Any key lessons from my understanding? Basically, last cycle, 2021, Bitkub was number 1, and then we have number 2 is SIPMEX, right? And somehow SIPMEX, they are registered in Singapore, but they have Thai office. So they were kind of like they were the only Thai exchange. They're not from Thailand, but they're Singaporean, right? So they are the only exchange that allow user to stake. Kind of like stake your stable coin, and they put it into like Anchor and Celsius, and get like they give users like 8% or something. And then there was a big like FTX collapse, like SIPMEX, basically everything, the whole saga collapsed since FTX, Celsius, and Luna. and then basically you have like a bunch of people, they call themselves like a Sipmex victim. they kind of like form the alliance. Right now they have around like 1,000 people or something.
Yep.
So they like go to the SEC, they're saying like, hey, I thought you guys are regulated by the SEC. Like, this is not right. Like, basically they stole our money. Like, these guys probably don't understand the risk, right? When they lock it, like they don't know where the yield exactly coming from. So they get wrecked, and after that, probably like SEC are a lot more strict.
Yeah, I think definitely that's a key lesson learned from many people as well, right? So, first of all, like there's no such thing as guarantee, right? So I think at that time they were promoting that like 7% if you lock it up, and then you get your USDT yield or whatnot, right? Like stable coin. I think there's like there's a Sipmex Asia that was registered in Singapore, which was doing this operation, and then they have the licensed Sipmex Thailand, which is a licensed exchange that if you're trading on the exchange and you're not locking your token is your money is safe. So that's two different parts of the story, right? So I think where the thing can be debatable is that like, does user know that like, okay, obviously they have all these pop-up that let user confirm, right? But
it's a long thing that you have to sign, no one reads that.
No one reads it, right? Everybody expects that it's still going to be regulated by the SEC.
Yeah.
So I think, I also don't know how this is going to end, like it's up to the SEC, right? And like the victim to like fight it out, and like they've been saying that they're trying to like do something, but like let's see what they're doing as well.
The interesting part is like for FTX people, they get their money back.
Yeah.
But the Sipmex people, they don't get their money back.
Yeah, I think that's also
that's a biggest difference.
From what I know, right, they went to use like Celsius or BlockFi, like which I think Celsius, right, was the one, and Celsius has the whole cascade effect was Celsius.
T3AC.
Yeah, Celsius also blew up, right? Like I think Celsius CEO is in jail right now.
Yeah.
So and then always, right?
There's a fine line in crypto.
So
it's like
I don't know if they disclose it to their client where this money went, how they're going to find yield. But now also look at it the other way, right? It's always a lesson that like you should know where the yield are coming from exactly. So you should, like the user should be more aware, and like I think the user should, like each of us should try to protect ourselves as much as possible, like in a way as well. And you should be aware like there's no such thing as free lunch, right? Even they say guarantee yield. Okay, obviously if they're buying T-bill and keeping in the US government bond and giving you like 4%.
4%, that's
quite safe,
yeah,
right? Like, I mean,
but there's like this smart contract risk, which is just like, I think we kind of take it for granted that it's not gonna, it's very safe. It's like anything can happen.
Everything in hindsight always be like, oh, there's a risk here, right? Like, so, up to the person to do due diligence. So I think the landscape, Thailand has been through like quite a lot of different scenarios, right? Like I think a lot of people, even the local people, were affected by Luna, FTX as well, on global exchanges, right? So and then there's a lot of these like P2P scam going on as well. Like so there's a lot of things that need to be cracked down in that end. But I think the landscape here is quite interesting after that era. So I would say like there's two eras in crypto, right, in Thailand. So one is like before the regulation, and like that was like the startup era, right?
Yeah.
So now this era now we are in, I think it's more
after.
like institutional era, or like the big player era, where you can see like even Binance and Gulf, they JV and did Binance Thailand. Right?
Yeah.
So you can see like two big companies in the crypto and traditional world coming together to operate a crypto exchange. Even like you can see all the big banks in Thailand, a lot of them have their own exchanges platform already, right? So it's not like where I'm a crypto startup guy, I want to do an exchange. It's not that kind of
it's easy
anymore, right? Yeah. So and the market has been a bit harder to penetrate as well. Like and then user also quite more savvier, right? And they have more options to choose from. So it's a good and bad thing in a way, right? Like I mean, if you're smaller players, you probably need to find your own niche in the market, how to compete with the bigger player for sure. Yeah.
I think the thing that the foreign the non-Thai listener may be confused is that we have this thing called like when the Pheu Thai party was gonna give away like 10 10,000 baht, like digital money to the public. First, they are planning to give away like 80% of the Thai, like 50 million people.
Yeah.
And this Deputy Finance Minister, Khun the Deputy Minister of Finance.
The previous one now, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the first one, yeah. Basically, he go into like a bunch of the media. He's like, oh, we're gonna do like we're gonna give away like money. It's more like like in the US, like Trump. I think he gave like 1,500 during COVID.
Oh.
So it's more like that, like Keynesian injection into the system. That was like, I think maybe how blockchain, how the government talked about blockchain the very first time, right?
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah, I think it was last
that.
year, right? They were doing that giveaway. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But a lot of things changes.
Yeah, so I think, like, I mean, to be honest, they don't need to do it blockchain, right? So we have that Bao Tang already, right? But the infrastructure is ready. But as you know, I think every government wants to have their own initiative and own kind of like flagship project, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, I think digital asset is quite cool. So it maybe makes sense to have a digital token and give it out to people with blockchain in a way, or maybe it might be for building a long-term infrastructure, right? So let's wait and see if the next government going to use it, or I also don't know, right? Like, yeah.
And then last year we have this, not last year, this year at the beginning we have like a big event by Nation Group. It's basically like a gala dinner that I think you have to pay 5 million baht.
Oh, really?
To get just a table.
Oh, wow.
The table is like 10 people, so that's like a lot. It's like what? 5 million baht is like 160k US, which is like 20x the median salary in Thailand. And basically in that you have like Thaksin in the middle. Do you remember that? You have Thaksin in the middle, and you have WorldCoin CEO Alex Blania.
Oh,
and you have like people from BlackRock. And Thaksin was saying like, hey, we're gonna make Thailand the crypto capital of Asia or something. Did you see that?
I saw that. So I think it links back to US, right? We have all this crypto company like going up to Trump, right? Same thing, right? So they need to do everywhere in the same, what they call like the powerful political leader at that time.
Yeah.
So I think that's how they need to spread their wings and like have political connection and like try to like work with like different government and different aspect as well. So I think Thailand is also in a sweet spot in a way that like we have a lot of infrastructure ready, right, regulation wise, and also user, we are quite advanced in the crypto space, right? Back then
Thaksin was talking about like stablecoin backed by the government bond before this G token is coming out.
So I think that was like and then we have like
and then they pivot into G token.
Yeah, G token, and now we have the Thai digital
DigiPay, right?
Programmable money or something right now as well, where you have to apply for the sandbox with the BOT as well.
Oh.
So I think there's a different play going on, different department in Thailand, right? Whether it's Bank of Thailand, SEC, even the SET side, asset world tokenization, those are different moving parts all along, right?
That thing is more like, so basically the operator needs to apply for the license sandbox for the BOT, right?
Yeah.
I think through get it, so it's more like THBT.
Yeah.
That's for True, and then you have like THBK from Bitkub.
And then you have the SCB one as well, right?
Yeah, and you have from P-Nati Block Mountain.
Oh yeah.
Also have it like Om.
Yeah. So actually,
THB Om or whatever.
So Om Ban or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that.
But the funny thing is in Thailand, it's more like, for those of you who don't know, it's more like these stablecoin have to be used for the specific use case.
Yeah.
It's not like a stablecoin which can be used as a payment, because the Bank of Thailand is very, very strict about that.
Yeah.
They don't want the.
Yeah, I remember like back in 2021, if you see all when the peak of crypto craze, right? You see all the what they call the real estate company in Thailand start advertising, right? Can buy condo with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks, and I think after that BOT came in that you guys are not allowed to accept crypto for payment. So I think that was a peak thing that everybody was like, we accept Bitcoin, we accept stable coin, we accept.
Back then I remember Sitmex done a deal with Tesla or something. You can buy Tesla with Bitcoin.
Everybody was having some deal with like all these real estate companies. It was pretty funny,
Yeah.
So they will probably try to attract all the crypto whale. Or you don't need to convert to Thai baht, just pay us whatever you have. You'll have the conversion at the back end.
I think it's a great PR for them.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
like just saying you accept Bitcoin, like whatever, right? So behind the scene, you just find some people who do all on the fiat on ramp.
Yeah. So I think like right now we are in a very sweet spot with the Thai landscape overall, and then you have a lot of community people, like a lot of KOL still promoting, like all writing a lot about like financial literacy and even like guiding people, right? Which way to go, like to find opportunity in the space.
They have, I think the SEC now, they have like the kind of the new course for finfluencers.
Oh yeah.
Like this is very cool. I'm not sure whether the Western world they have it. It's more like if you are the finance KOL, you educate people about finance. Now you have to like
go through this
program that the SEC is gonna give you lecture about what you can do and what you cannot do.
I mean, it's
which is very cool.
Proactive thing, to think about. Like if you think about it, right? Like, cause I think they also are quite aware with all the technological changes, right?
Yeah.
Cause everybody like with the phone or we can write, all of us can be influencer, right? And the more following you have, like, how are people gonna know like what you talk is right or wrong, right? Like, and that also is up to each of the ethical standard that each of us have, right? And some
KOLs they want to be good and compliant to the regulation, but they don't know like what's allowed or not allowed, right?
Exactly.
So this is like.
But some also don't know what they talk about, right? So they become famous. So I also don't know as well. Like, so it depends on the perception of who you're following and what you should always like follow many people and have your own opinion as well.
So what's next for the Thai regulation, from your point of view? Is there any big thing you think is going to happen like in the next 2 years for Thailand?
So I think like we are quite regulated in all aspects already, right? So we haven't seen like a crypto ETF yet in Thailand officially.
So it's more like a fund of fund thing, right? Like one is more like a fund of fund.
So the way you can invest is like, then you can buy the US stock, and then if you want to buy the ETF, then you can buy through like you have to be an ultra high net worth or high net worth.
Yeah.
So I think there's still a lot of segregation between the way they try to segregate between like people who want to trade crypto and traditional equity, right? So I would say like, I don't know if we're going to move it that way or not, or how fast you're going to move, but the world's going to be like, every app is going to offer all the product in one, right? So I would say like, even like you have a crypto trading app, sooner or later you're going to be offering like all these equity product on your platform. Yeah, we're already seeing it with like Bybit, for example, start doing it. Right? Like Robinhood already one of the first one who started this, right? So you can trade stock and have some major like crypto token there that you can trade. So I think that's probably what will happen everywhere anyway, naturally, right? Like, Because imagine if I'm like a crypto trader, right? I mean, sometimes
you want to diversify into like the TradFi.
Like some gold, or sometimes I can hold USDT, right? But like, maybe I want to have like exposed to like Thai index, for example, or S&P, whatever, right? So I think slowly, sooner or later, that's going to happen in the long run. But I don't know how. Since we have many licenses in Thailand now, that might be an issue, right? Because imagine if you're a broker in Thailand, you want to offer crypto product, you have to go apply for the license on the crypto side, and it's going to take you 2 years. Not going to be in time for anything, right? Whereas if you're like, they're gonna find a way to like, let's say waive or like does something allow you to do it like easier or not, right? Like, or you can directly co-work with like existing crypto company to allow that thing to do it in the back end, right? Yeah. So I think that I would probably see that the two worlds gonna be merged closer and closer.
Is it easier for TradFi to integrate crypto products, or like a crypto exchange try to integrate like a tokenized equities?
I think it's going to be easier for both. Like it's going to be like
right.
It should be seamless for both sides, I think. Yeah. But like with crypto product, then like TradFi might not know, like since crypto is 24/7, right? So it's very different from equity. It's like only during the market hour, right? So, but for crypto, once you like, then you tokenize that stock as well, right? Then it's going to be trading 24 hours. How are you going to do when the gap is like non-trading hour? What's going to happen with the stock price? And you can see, sometimes you can even see the premium already happening, right? Like pre-trade happening already in the crypto platform. So it's going to be interesting how the world convert in the future as well on that end. But right now, it's still like a lot of segregation that like SEC, BOT, or I think all the regulator doesn't want everything to be converged too easily yet. Let's say you have like, let's take InnovestX for example, right? You want to trade on InnovestX on the normal platform, you KYC and you can do it, right? But then if you want to trade buy Bitcoin ETH, then you have to KYC one more time and trade it kind of like.
So it's not as seamless. So you have to KYC twice basically.
So I think in the future it's going to should be more seamless, I would say. Right now, I don't know, and then maybe we're going to see some perps product on Thai exchange. I think that's probably going to happen sooner or later as well. Yeah.
Right now you cannot trade perps illegally in the Thai exchanges.
Or maybe they might have perp, but like very limited perp on big pair, but like maximum 2 to 3x or something like that to minimize the damage, right? So I mean, if you want to allow people, so 3x I think is quite fair enough for people to hedge, you know. Like if you want to like go full on degen like 50x, 100x, I don't think they're going to allow it anytime soon. Yeah. So that's my.
I think what I love about perp and margin is that so you have like the borrowing demand to borrow money to leverage, right? And the other side, like which is like I think 90% of the people like they want to park their capital somewhere and earn some yield.
Yeah, exactly.
Like right now you cannot earn the yield from the centralized exchanges.
That's where also I think the Thai exchange kind of lose out a bit as well, right? Because like I think a lot of the international exchanges they make a lot of money from the perp side. Right? Like that's where the volume and the real money.
The revenue come from the perps.
So I think
and from the user side, like you can park your revenue and earn some yield. In Thai, you cannot.
See the funding rate. You can basically even do a cash carry strategy, right? Like and just like arbitrage on the funding rate as well, right? Like so that makes sense, I think, in the longer term. Yeah.
Okay, so how about non-Bangkok? We always mention about Bangkok, right? Whereas like Thailand, there's like Chiang Mai, you have Khon Kaen and Phuket. Like how would you view like the crypto landscape?
I think in the Thailand landscape, right? Like I think mainly everything is in Bangkok still.
Yeah.
But then you have a lot of digital nomad staying in Chiang Mai and also in Phuket, and some a lot in Bangkok as well, right? So I think what we have is like what we can offer them is a lifestyle, right? Comparison like which are much lower cost and I would say better quality than in Singapore, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Whether it's food, beverage, like the rent here you pay, the amount of spending, and the quality of stuff you get, right? So that's why I think we also see a lot of the Web3 project. Some of them starting moving to Bangkok as well as one of the base for them. So I think that's also
any examples.
I think there's what they call Carve, like one of them CA.
Oh, they have a SV, the Carve node, gaming node, right?
Yeah, the gaming one, and then they have, I think there's a couple of other companies like WorldCoin has one office here, for example. And then like Nansen has a small team here as well in Bangkok. So I think
MI6 or something like sounds very cool. The MI6 Labs.
I don't know what's the name. But like, I think you have like a couple of projects that have one Thailand to be one of the base because of the cost competitiveness, right? Mm-hmm. And access from Bangkok, you can go anywhere. And with the digital nomad visa, I think it's much easier to be in Thailand right now. So I think for the landscape right now, for the Chiang Mai, I think I see some builder there maybe a lot more nomadic, like they're based there for a bit and then they move around a bit, right?
More like builders, grinders.
Yeah, grinder, and then who's like trying to like Chiang Mai is quite cheap.
Food,
rent, everything is super cheaper, much cheaper than Bangkok even, right? And before it used to be like the culture there is quite good in Chiang Mai as well. Although some might argue it might be a bit laid back, right? Yeah. So we have that going in Chiang Mai. Phuket, I think you have a lot of people who want to spend in crypto and do investment around crypto as well. I think you have the crypto hub in Phuket as well right now, right? And you see a lot of foreigners that like want to spend money in crypto or like do like
the whales.
Yeah, the whales.
The whales and the
hibernating in Phuket basically, right? It's like a retirement home kind of thing. So that's where the advantage is. But like Khon Kaen, I think is where a lot of university students are. So they are eager to learn, but I don't think like there's a crypto culture there yet, right? So mostly it's still like stuck in Bangkok, I would say,
Okay, let's start the investment side. So right now, this is your third cycle, right?
Yep.
Any learnings, like any suggestion to the first cycle or second cycle? Like what's your learning?
So I think
This is still my second cycle.
key learning is always scale out and take profit, right? And then put back your profit. Like you have to have target in mind and be happy with that in a way, right? Like otherwise become more like rather investment turn into like gambling a bit. So that's what kind of happened to me in the first cycle, right? Like
So it's like too greedy. You don't exit in time. Probably that's.
I mean, you exit and then you return like too fast, right? You don't know how to like sit it out and just wait. So I think sometimes just like the best thing is like do nothing. Like, especially in the down market. I mean, you can try short it like if you want, but like if the
it's still risky.
Yeah, it's a bit more riskier, right? So I think like always take profit and like have like a good thesis and try to like timing. I think is everything as well. So your entry timing and size matter, and your exit timing and size also matter. Yeah.
Size matter.
Yeah, I mean like if you have let's say you pick out very good protocol, right? Like let's say like right now everybody's talking about hyperliquid.
Yeah.
But it's like all-time high right now.
Yeah, 55.
Like let's say you want to like bet very big in that right now, right? Like I mean your potential upside might be limited, right? But let's say if on the other hand you had like a lot of conviction when the hyperliquid went down like $10-ish and like just went in, your timing is quite good, right? It's like 3 to 5x from that entry point. So I think conviction and timing is what matters. Sometimes you might be betting on the right token, but timing is a bit.
This thing sounds easy, yo. It's like
it's a bit late. Right?
It's a very generic advice of like we should buy red and sell green.
Yeah, but
it's a very generic advice, but very difficult to do in practice, right?
Yeah, very difficult to do. Right? Like sometimes you kind of end up holding the right conviction and you round tripping everything as well. So that's why I'm saying like you have certain target, you enter it with size and then slowly scale out as you see fit. Yeah, that's how I start approaching. Like I just go according to plan. I don't care like what it is, and
it's fine.
Like let's say my target. Let's say I enter something like $1. My target is like let's say 3, 5, 10, and like leave a bit for moon back, for example, right? Just stick to that plan and don't be over greedy. But sometimes you want to be like, oh, you want 10, and then that 10 end up coming back to 2 and 1 again, right? Yeah. So round tripping is like.
So basically, take profits and have a specific plans for the first cycle.
Yeah.
Any mistakes for the, let's say, for the second cycler?
I think
probably maybe they take profit too early.
I mean that's hard, right? So for me, it's like they're always saying you never get poor by taking profit too early, right? So I mean you might miss out on opportunity, but like if you see like relatively how you start and where you end, right? Like so it's not. I don't think it's that bad to be like that a bit cautious, right? Like, and everybody has I think different number in their mind as well, right? So let's say your target is to reach like $1 million, 5 million, 100K. So everybody has their own target, right? So I think once you hit your personal target, you should have a more cautious and defensive approach going into the future. Yeah, like or even if it's life changing enough, like then you should consider.
Yeah, take into fiat basically.
Like just put it in fiat.
Fiat is real.
Yeah, at least you know like you have like kind of like something to lean back on, for a rainy day in the future, but you don't know what's going to happen, right? Like, so money management is very, very important rather than keep YOLOing. Like you all see that joke, right? Like turning from 1 soul to like 1,000 souls. So I mean, it looks easy, right? You do every time, like every investment you make, you double it up, right? So let's say you go from 1 to 2 to like 4, and then like, oh, it looks very easy on paper, but it's like very. And one investment wrong, and your whole bag is gone already, right? Like
like a martingale strategy in gambling.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's that easy that I think everybody would be billionaire right now.
Yeah. Sure.
So I think that's probably the advice I have, right? Like so, always take profit, and even if you take it too early, like in crypto, it's like always too stressed, right? You take profit too early, and then you don't take the profit.
But this cycle is a lot harder than people expected, right?
I would say
it seems like it's not as like in 2000 and like last cycle, right? You can just like get a monkey and then throw a darts into any altcoin, and you probably make some money.
Yeah, but also
this is
last cycle, a lot of people made their money and they lost it all and whatever happened, right? Luna FTX, in hindsight, that was like a learning curve as well, right? So this cycle is the same thing, right? It might be harder to find opportunity, right? Like a moonshot. But if you, let's say you make like certain amount of X and you have like good project that you're holding and like good entry you have, right? I think in this cycle, you have to take the profit no matter what. It becomes more like traders.
Discipline,
Yeah, discipline and trader. You can't just keep holding the coin and ride it through like maybe like a longer time frame, I think. I mean, you can have longer time frame thesis on the big cap.
Only the big ones,
Or even mid one that you think can be a big one, let's say, for example, right? Like, if you have really high conviction, you can do that. But like for lower cap, I think it's more seasonal.
Any advice on the portfolio? Like, is it like 80% buy and hold, 20% trading? Like, what's your strategy right now?
For me, as I'm always changing, to be honest, depending on the what strategy I'm playing, right? Like in like, am I being like super aggressive or like super cautious, right? So on a cautious time is always like, so I have one long-term bag like holding like Bitcoin, ETH, SOL, right? Always, let's say I have that DCA bag I have all the time anyway. And then like some stable bag I use like for defensive strategy that I farm and different protocol. And some might be that I use for trading, right? Like, and then more like a midterm trading. And then,
so let's say long-term back like 60%, I guess, 60%.
Yeah, probably around
Behind, so
40 to 60%. And then like obviously you have to take profit sometime, right? When like the market became too euphoric.
Do you have like a specific rules in mind? Let's say always give 10% stablecoin no matter what. Some general rules.
Usually I have like 20% stablecoin at least minimum. But now is the stablecoin portion has been slowly growing, But like obviously the major long-term bag is still always there and the conviction bag always there. So let's say I see spot an opportunity like let's say I think during April was like very good opportunity this year to buy a lot of things, right? And then I slowly scale out from August till now from what I bought for that certain amount of period, right? Like So depending on what you're looking into, right? Like
are you trying to time like a cycle top? Are you selling
I don't think you can always time the top, but I think like.
But you're trying to sell like 80% right into stables.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's probably like, and if you have no stable, you can cut it on the way down as well. I think in a way, So always like be prepared with some stable. Not a bad thing to do. Yeah.
Any advice? Let's say someone who just started. Let's say they want to make their first like 50K from 0 to 50K. How would you do
it? I think in this cycle is a bit harder, but like there's always opportunity in crypto, what I believe in, right? So if you are contributing to project as like a moderator, key contributor, and picking the right project, that could reap you a very good reward, right? And also like identifying a key project that people don't talk about, finding them and joining the team very fast in the early stage. I think that's also the key. And also try to add value to few protocol, write content. I think that you can
basically you trade your time for money. Like airdrop hunting, contributing, content.
And look for whitelist opportunity, right? Still there, right? Whether it's like token, ICO, there's still some of them like left here and there. But I think the best way is like to build your personal brand in a way, right? Like and try to like reach out to project that you see.
Yapping,
I think could be I don't know.
I think it's not easy though. It's not easy. Like you need to get like I don't know like 100 smart followers to work.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying. I don't.
It's not an easy game.
So I think it's definitely not an easy game.
But I think it's a long lasting, right? Basically build your personal brand, get access to DUs or.
That even the deals that are there is not that great.
Good, right?
Yeah, I mean, unless you are like even the top deal, I think the valuation is like sometimes overbloated, right?
Yeah.
So I think like right now, I don't want to say farming, but like there's always airdrop opportunity in crypto, I feel like, but the airdrop meta kind of changes, right? So let's say like in like I think past 2 years ago there was like Arbitrum, right? Like the big one that a lot of people got optimism Arbitrum. And then like last year, the big one was like, there was like...
CK Sync?
ZK
Sync was big and Hyperliquid.
Hyperliquid was really big, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I think there's always like all these 0 to 1 in crypto, right? If you manage to find the new 0 to 1 narrative and you be very early user in the protocol, right? I think that could reward you quite well. So can easily make you your first 50 or 100K easily, like in a way that if you contribute a lot. Yeah. I think that's probably the key. So if you're starting from really, really zero.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think like
because like you don't have capital to invest, right? So it's like even
and you trade out
even like 20x, like it's but you have like I don't know, you have 2K, you're gonna turn into 40K. Still a lot very risky, right? To have 20x.
Yeah.
Like trading your time.
I mean, some people, the mistake I see is like people just go YOLOing and like leveraging like 10, 20x and they end up losing everything, right?
And
or maybe they might end up being a better trader the next time they start. So depending on what lesson they take, right? Like
these things are a lot of survivorship bias also.
Yeah.
It's like, let's say, I'm not sure whether you heard the story. Let's say like I don't know, like 100 people crossing the street blindfolded, right? Most of them are gonna get killed, but you're gonna see one survive.
Yeah, could be. I mean,
and then that one is gonna make the headlines, right?
Yeah. So I think like that's why people love all these headlines, right? Like, I turned like 1 SOL to 1,000 SOL buying all this meme coin, but like the reality is like 99 or 90% of people who trade all these meme coin lose money. But they just want like that one story that see that. This whale ate this wallet.
I think it's only specific. I think like trenches, they have like some specific time.
Yeah.
But most of the time right now, the game is pretty efficient.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, how you gonna compete with all this MEV bond as well, right?
Yeah.
So those are the guys who's making a lot of money as well, right? And that other spectrum. So I think there's the contribution part is still always there. Yeah, in crypto, whether like it's probably one of like the way that like people can bootstrap the easiest way, I think. Yeah.
It's more like getting a semi real job before you're getting a real job.
Yeah, basically that in a way. Yeah.
Like you work as a part timer, right? Basically.
Yeah, but you have to be quite dedicated as well. Right?
Yeah.
Even like using your referral link, finding friends, writing content, people who come under your referral link, blah blah blah. Right?
How about let's say 50K to 300K? What's your take?
50K, I think you have
thing?
to be a bit more riskier, right? And finding the narrative early, I would say, in this moment in time, right? So let's say like right now we are looking into like
how should they structure their portfolio? Is it like bet on 5, like conviction in 5 small caps?
I think you probably have to have like not betting on small. I wouldn't say betting, right? Like you have to go in with size. I think 3 is probably the ideal, right? Let's say you pick out 3 token and diversify out, like let's say
30 each.
Yeah, 30 each. Like
no Bitcoin, no Ethereum.
I mean that's like if you want to, you can't really buy. I mean, also depend on the time frame. Right? Let's say you want to do it in 10 years, then obviously you can buy Bitcoin, right?
Yeah. No, I mean like if you start again.
Pardon?
I mean, if you would have to start again, let's say you have 50K right now.
Then now it has to take much more risk. Throwing in all this meta and see, right? Like let's say right now we have the PERP DEX meta, for example, in this moment in time. Like you saw what Hyperliquid has done. There was Avantis came out. If you can enter a bit early, like at that early stage, you can get in like 25-30 cents. Ran up to like what $1.5, right? So let's say you put in like 30K, ran up to 3x is like 90K, 100K already, right? So actually you have to be very fast and like really identify like.
But that seems very risky. Like
it is.
Like putting 30K out of your 50K on this.
Yeah, I mean you have to take more risk for sure. Right? I would say like So then
like if you bet on the wrong thing, like World Liberty, if you bet at the wrong price. Then it's like you get wrecked.
Exactly. Yeah, then you have to start over, right? So or even if you look at Pump, for example, right? When it came down to like
0.3,
0.18, right, or something, right? Like, the bottom was like around that. I mean, like in hindsight, right, it was below the ICO price of like 0.0004, right? So under anything you buy below 4 is already a very good price, right? So you have to have the conviction and know what the the pump flywheel is going to happen and look into it. Now it came back to like 0.008, which is all-time high, right? So literally you can do like 3 to 4x from that trade alone, right? So I think there's always these pocket of trade happening in crypto, right? So if you do your
pump was like one of the hated rally, right? It's like 98% of the people think like, oh, they're gonna exit.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Whereas
exactly. So, like,
the smart money buy.
Exactly. So like that's what I'm saying. You have to have really like good homework and see. And sometimes being on CT is not even the smartest thing. There's too much noise on the crypto Twitter nowadays, I think. Yeah.
Do you have a strategy? Like some people take this strategy like there's gonna be like a first wave, but it's very hard to catch the first wave. Like let's say things that are really hot, like I don't know, like fat coin or like bio when it first launched. Like it's very hard to catch the first wave, but then like there's like a retracement period. Probably this thing is gonna go down like 80%, and then you buy trying to catch the second wave. Do you take this or?
I think always, right? Like when the project is like the least attention, with the least attention, then it's probably the best opportunity, right? So, but then you have to identify as well, right? Which kind of project looking into as well, and what's the risk reward in betting on that project as well. So I think that's probably like it's easier said than done, right? Like sometimes the project launch just become dead for quite a long time right now. Then no one cares about it, right? Like so. It's a bit tough, I think, in this market. You have to like really do your homework and have like enough conviction and see which way the project is going as well. Yeah.
Okay, so
I think retrace is probably the best way to buy. During the downturn in the market is probably the best timing to do.
Because it's so hard to catch the first wave of everything.
But the first wave also might not be the best, right? It's like it goes up too much. Also, like you gotta take profit, right? Like And then sometimes you don't cut your losses, you become back holding till like 99% down.
Yeah.
So you're like, what the hell happened to this? Yeah.
We always see like the thing that pump like Pengu or like Bio like this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like there's like 100 other there. Nothing yeah. So you all see the big winner like making the wave. Right? So that's pretty.
Okay, so basically 50 to 300. So pick three coins and then bet big.
I think it's 3 to 5. Like I think you shouldn't, like for me, I don't think you should have like too many back. Like to be honest, then you become too scattered and like then your overall portfolio can't like have enough reward of what's happening and what you catch as well, right? Like, So I think you probably need a more concentration bet, like rather than betting like gazillion different projects and like
totally agree.
Each, right? Like
it's
probably not efficient, right? I mean, it's rarely to find any 100x nowadays on the centralized exchange, not like in the back in the day, right? So
I think right now like finding two things to 5x is easier than one thing for 25x.
Yeah, exactly. So I think you probably look at like 3 to 5x, which is like already very, very good trade, I think, in this market. Yeah.
So right now, let's say you start at 300K. So how you turn it up? Probably 50% large cap, I guess.
Yeah, I think we'll probably wait for large cap.
It's now starting to get into more serious money.
So you probably have to do large cap, like, and then can use some leverage at the right timing, I would say. Like, that's probably like a good way to do it. Let's say you identified that core like play that's going to happen, right? And you know that there's a lot of all this money going to come by Solana, for example, or ETH with the dat core, right? Then you can pick your entry, right? Like ETH, Solana below 200 leverage 2-3x, and then like stop loss and then take profit at like 250. Then you already make like.
So it's more like a trader mindset.
You make like 30% on that trade, and then with leverage 3x leverage, you can make like 60 to 80%, right? So which is actually not bad on that 300k.
Yeah.
Or maybe what you can do like 100k, right? And then like do on that, just keep compounding and just be a bit more patient, right? Like
Let's talk about the market right now. So, $1 million question: Are we top?
I think if we look at the
right now it's the 18th of September. Okay.
So in my opinion, we are probably in the mid of wave 2, right, of the cycle. So we might go down and have one more topping of the Bitcoin, and then probably most likely that will be the top of the cycle. Yeah. So don't know. Maybe my target is around not far off of
160.
140.
140?
Yeah, very, very conservative target. But obviously long term target for Bitcoin is quite high.
Yeah.
In hindsight, but I think this like
How long term you think?
I think in 10 years you want to buy Bitcoin,
okay.
right? So like just keep DCAing.
Some people in crypto when they say long term, they mean like a year or something.
No.
So
I think it's going to be every cycle is going to be like quite similar, right? Then you talk about people talk about like all these like super cycle again and like.
I don't think that super cycle exists though. I mean, human it's like fear and greed, right? It's like that's the same thing.
So it's always go ups and downs.
Yeah.
So actually you have to.
But maybe like I think best case we may not see like a 80% dip in Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
But
Probably
I think 50% is it's inevitable, yeah.
So let's see, yeah. But I don't think we have top yet, but like probably close to very top, like yeah. So
any key indicators you look? Like MVRV?
MVRV is probably one of them.
High cycle top.
MVRV is like
attention.
Right now it's like what?
2.2, 2.3.
Yeah, last time it peaked around like 4. So I think we still have like maybe at 3 might be an interesting time to sell.
Yeah.
And looking at
last cycle, I think we have 2021. We have like 50 days above 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe like
it's conservative. That's like your first exit, right?
Yeah. So I think that's probably like above 3 is probably a very good indicator.
Yeah.
So let's see.
So above 3, probably 140K, 150K.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Around like 140 would be like very sweet spot to like exit. Yeah. Not too bad. I mean, if you consider Bitcoin bottom at like 20K this cycle, so that's like a sweet 7x if you caught that on the way down.
Yeah.
For since when 2022 till 2025, yeah.
8x, yeah. So
8x in 3 years. Pretty good actually. Just trading on a major. Don't need to like look at meme coin or whatnot, right? I mean,
if you catch the bottom.
Yeah, if you catch.
Which is not easy.
But most people are panic, right? 20, they say 6K coming.
Oh,
At
yeah.
15, they say 8K coming, I think. I remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was buying a bit on 20, yeah.
I think it's very difficult to market. It's like people usually bearish at the bottom and bullish at the top.
Yeah.
And it's like it's nothing you can do. It's like
so I mean like this
fight
time,
against the crowd,
so
right?
like this time we probably have the first top when Trump launched his coin. So and that's the first like cycle top, I think.
Oh, after Melania, I think. After
before Trump launched before Melania, then there was Melania.
Oh.
So I think that time Bitcoin peaked and like you have the whole trenches going on.
Yeah.
And the whole AI thing.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, it's like basically like everything flowed to Trump.
Yeah.
All the AI agents.
That's like
all the meme coins.
Liquidity like.
Sucked out of the system.
And then you go down all the way with the tariff drop in April. So that's why I'm saying like December last year, like Jan was like the top first wave, right? And then like we go down till like April. And then from April, we kind of like top maybe around here, I think September, October. And then probably we might, but usually I think end of the year is very good. But like now with the cut rate happening, it might be maybe a double top, like some euphoric period. But like you look at all these treasury company buying all this Bitcoin and all this altcoin. I mean, who else left to buy? Is it gonna be like idiot from out of the world? I don't know anymore. You know, like
sovereign fund, the country.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like it look pretty toppy, man. To be honest, right?
Yeah.
So you have all these like debt co buying, like top lasting. Raising more money to buy. So I don't know, man. Doesn't look too.
Normally, like the worst news normally mark the bottom, right? Like FTX, Celsius, that's like absolute burst.
Yeah.
And I think this cycle probably exactly at the Liberation Day.
Yeah.
When Trump has this like a big tariff thing.
Yeah.
That's like mark the bottom for everything.
Yeah, I think so. Like April was like kind of bottom for this year, and then before that, we had the Israel war, like a short time, right? Like and then so Looks
And the top probably like
maybe
the top
not far off.
we need like an ultra bullish news, right?
Yeah.
Like 2017 probably. I think it was top during when Bitcoin has the futures on the CME exchanges.
Yep.
And then 21 is the Coinbase IPO, right?
And this year we had the Circle IPO already as well.
Yeah.
So like a lot of.
But it has it's more like a public company Meta this cycle.
Maybe XRP, I don't know. Yeah. So it just looks like.
But this cycle, like a bunch of the TradFi, when they bet on like Robinhood probably went up from like 9 till 110 right now. It's like even more than Bitcoin. So like that's like you bet at the casino, right?
Yeah, not a good bet to be, right? Like, yeah, so pretty interesting. Then you have all these meta happening, like in the current market, and all the debt calls start buying. Like I think there's like top 10. You have debt call for all the coin in the top 10 already, right?
Yeah.
BNB, Solana, Bitcoin, of course.
Even Doge and Ripple.
Yeah, Doge we have that cover Doge.
Yeah.
So usually I take the Doge thing as a signal of like a marking at every top. So I think we have like there's a Doge ETF news, and then they have the Doge the debt core, right? So I think looks like marking the top, you know.
Yeah. There's like World Liberty.
So yeah, let's see what
that you have World Coin that you have so many that.
On that as well we have.
But the thing is like you can be there can be an ETF, there can be a DAT, but it's like you need real like volume, right?
Yeah.
And right now it's only ETH and Solana.
Yeah.
Probably like these two, like Solana, the forward industry just did like 1.6 billion or something, like a very big deal.
Yeah. So usually I think like when the big news happening, right? Like I think
it's not a good sign.
Yeah, it's not a good sign at all. Unfortunately, yeah.
But I mean, like on the other hand, for the bull side, you can argue like it takes Michael Saylor 5 years to accumulate 3% of the Bitcoin. Like right now, I think MicroStrategy has like 630k Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Basically 3% of the supply in 5 years. And but Tom Lee acquired 1.5% in 3 months. So it's like 0.5% supply a month compared to MicroStrategy, which is 3% divided by 60.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you look at conviction, right? I don't think Tom Lee has much conviction in Ethereum compared to like dedicated themselves to that, right? And he has all these instruments, like whether it's a strategy, like all these stuff for like his MSTR, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Tom Lee, suddenly you see like they're investing in like the WorldCoin one, right? So it's hard to say, like, I mean,
it's more like a short-term money grab.
Maybe he just want like the Wall Street money in. I don't know, like he get out in the stock.
It was I think right now.
And run it up again when he feels like, I don't know, start talk about it after a while. Yeah, so not entirely sure, like. And then also, but the only thing downside the good thing might be like we just start cutting rate.
Yeah.
And then people sell the news, blah blah blah. So I mean, usually
AOMC just came out today.
Yeah.
So
usually the bull happened when like we have the cut rate. So finally they cut the rate finally, right? Everybody has been waiting for.
Yeah.
So let's see, with the rate cut might have some initial booster for us, right? For a couple of months, I think. Yeah. And if it's extended, might not be too long, I think. Yeah.
Right now there's kind of like a mini out season already. Like there's like the out index, which is like pretty high right now.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you see the Bitcoin dominance going down.
57 right now, bro.
Yeah, but I think we will probably have an alt cycle, but not like the alt cycle where everything
like
goes
before,
up.
yeah.
I mean, some people still believe in that. I still hope for that.
Yeah.
But I think it's highly unlikely, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Because since Pump Fund, we have we have millions of coins, right?
Yeah.
Maybe only top 100.
Yeah. And then
top 100 will make sense.
Might probably be the best bet to bet on the casino itself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that we are close, but like maybe like a few months, and then probably like And then at the same time, you also have like in bear market, there will always be an opportunity, right? So then we probably need more clean out as well, like a lot of noise still here in the market.
Yeah. I love leverage in the system.
Yeah. So yeah, still bullish, but like cautiously bullish.
Yeah.
I'd say, yeah.
What's your take on Ethereum right now? What's good? What's bad?
I mean, all the financial players seems to be liking Ethereum.
Yeah.
But
So it's good for big TradFi.
They made the changes to the management as well, which is a good thing. I think they got Tom Lee as ambassador, so that's pretty good as well.
Yeah.
That eat that co. So yeah, I think it's cautiously bullish as well, but like not like ultimately bullish on.
Do you feel like they should have more like a spokesperson rather than like the tech guy? Because it seems like most of the people who are ETH bull, they always talking about the tech, right?
Yeah.
Whereas like Tom Lee was basically like Tom Lee and Larry Fink was like the big figure in TradFi.
Yeah.
Probably I think we need more TradFi bulls.
I mean, yeah, that's why it's good they have Tom Lee as an ETH ambassador for now.
Yeah. The best CMO.
So and then on the other side of things, like if you talk to like the people in ETH, they're also like, let's say you went to DevCon, right? The vibe there is like more
Very
scattered,
techy.
yeah, techy and scattered, right? Like,
Yeah.
Whereas other chain like Solana has a more organized system, and you know where to reach out to exactly. Right? I mean, if you're building on ETH, no one's gonna come and help you, you know.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's an interesting take.
But like,
We don't talk about that, but it's a very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like, and how long it takes like for people to reach out to ETH Foundation, like you don't even know who you're gonna talk to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good thing that it's decentralized, but in terms of running a company, right, like it's not ideal, I think. Yeah.
What's the biggest mistake
Which
that
one?
you
The
see?
cycle?
The ETH Foundation people.
Being too idealistic, I would say. Yeah.
Like what?
I mean, they just talk about the ethos, like all this stuff, right? Fluffy
A
stuff.
lot of philosophy, right?
Yeah, a lot of fluffy stuff. That's why I call it philosophy. Some people
Yeah.
make it a nicer way to say it, philosophy, right?
Yeah.
So a bit more fluffy, and there's like not much action done in the ground level. And the way you can reach out to them is like quite hard as well. So like they look like so high up, like you cannot reach out to. I think very disintegrated with the local community. I just feel, yeah. But for the OG, everybody loves to eat, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we all wish for.
How about the value accruing mechanism? Because like I think at the start we have like a few layer twos, right?
Yeah.
But right now we have like I don't know like 50. We have so many layer twos, and it's all like fragmented liquidity all over the place. Like, and some people argue that it's like even for example like Base is very successful L2s, but it's like they're gonna make a lot more money. Like the money is not gonna accrue to the layer one. What's your take on that?
I would say like each of the L2 will probably find its own purpose, right? So now we have like gazillion L2,
Yeah.
like how we have gazillion L1. But I really feel like only like gonna have like
5.
3 to 5 like maximum that's gonna succeed, like, and the value actually gonna accrue back to those 3 to 5 L2. And then you also seeing the trend, right? Like when like the DApp becomes too big as well, right? They want to create their own chain as well.
Yeah.
You're gonna minimize that risk, right? So like I think they have the high PVM now, for example, right? Even Pump, they raise the money because they want to build their own chain, right? Like, yeah. So, and
It's not as hard to make the chain.
Yeah.
It's clear value accruing, right?
So I think these L2 is going to be like, the big one's going to be like the one surviving and the one that would find the right PMF and attracting the right builder and experience for the user, right? Like, yeah. I think that's probably the key. Yeah. So I think now we have probably more L1, L2, more than all the D app. I think.
Yeah. It's too many chains. Not many apps.
User, right? And more apps,
Yeah.
And more real use case probably. That's a way to survive.
Okay, so how about others like Solana, BNB? Are you a big fan of any?
Of course, I'm a big fan of all the major, right? Like, and so ETH, Sol, BNB, like I think we just hit all-time high today, $1,000, right? Probably one of the best coin I ever traded as well, right? My first buy BNB was like $10, $20, like I don't know, 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah. But I mean BNB there's like it's basically exchange token plus like BSC token ecosystem, right? And so
It seems like BSC. It seems like the ecosystem has been like from 2021. It seems like not many people is talking about. They still have a decent TVL and the trading volume, but it's like
so I would say like
not many people trading.
In this cycle, right? You probably have to see like where the innovation comes from, right? Like, so I think with Sol it's quite clear. Right? Innovation this cycle for them is like pump.fun, meme coin. Whether we can call it innovation or not, but like it's innovation in this space, right? Is people can argue both ways. So like whereas ETH, they had the big innovation when they had the whole DeFi thing and NFT boom, right? Solana, I think is like strongly accrued back to the meme coin culture, right? Pump.fun, all these stuff. And now we have Pump, Bong, all these meme coin launch.
Yeah, Bong Fund or the launchpad.
So I think that's where like the PMF is there, right? And for BNB, it's more like
Treasury.
I mean,
Launchpad.
BNB is BNB. Right? I don't think they need to do much. Like in a way, they always have like the
CC.
exchange money to buy back the token.
The value accrue is clear, right? It's like they buy back the revenue.
Yeah,
very clear.
basically, it's like I don't want to say it, but like, it's like Binance stock in a way. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
And and you get all the launch pad as long as Binance. This is not bad. I mean, the bottom of this cycle was like what 220, 200 something, not below 200, right?
Yeah.
So literally, you can call it around like 250. Now it's like 4x up, right? Within 1.5 years, which is quite good. And you get all the launch pad coming out of like the BNB ecosystem as well.
The yield is very high. The yield was like 50% or something.
Exactly.
50%,
So
100%. Very, very high.
But in terms of innovation in the chain, there's not much.
Yeah.
I mean, they try to do a lot of things, but like
It's more like a yield token, basically, like a launchpad, access to the yield.
And obviously, you want to get like a 10x return, but like, I think it's pretty good, decent enough. Like, and you have all these newer L1 that try to compete with this cycle, like Vera, Sui, Aptos, Telegram, Ton, WorldCoin.
What's good?
Oh, I think it's depend, right? Like the way you look at it is like, I mean, prior action Sui has been pretty well.
Yeah.
Better performing one.
But the thing is, like, let's say take Barashan as an example, right? Last year at Token we have like a Bara party, like everyone was queuing.
Yeah.
But then it was super hype, and then once the token drop, it's like the hype is like.
Let's see if they do a party this year. Anybody will queue.
Yeah. The hype is like down.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like the post TG is where the real action happened, right? And that's where the real test comes out as well. Yeah.
So how can Mona learn from Bara? Is it like don't give too much airdrops and retain? This is a difficult
I don't think
question.
you can make everyone happy, so just have to go one way and choose which way you think has a longer alignment with your strategy. I think, So whatever you want to do, like just make sure like you have the right strategy and like people are taken care of. And look at some quite like story, right? One of L1, the short keep getting squeezed out and like ran of like
it's more like a money game
to like $12, right? Like it's crazy.
The founder is already rich. The founder get richer.
I don't know about that, but like I mean, like look at FDV, right? Like who's trading that? I don't know. Like WorldCoin and these things, there's like the Sam Altman angle, right? They're like onboarding people in the org. But let's see.
Anything you are most bullish?
Pretty difficult at this moment in time.
Mental?
I mean, that's like.
What about your mental thesis?
I mean, like it's all the thesis I have are like more short-term thesis, to be honest. So I think the long-term thesis, if you want to be in crypto, just buy Bitcoin. To be completely honest, like and keep it for 10 years. If you're not like very savvy, right? Like
So bear market is gonna create a Bitcoin maxis, basically.
But people never learn. I mean, to be honest, in bear market, there's always new opportunity to be discovered. All bear market, right? So we like, if you have like, when look at each bear market, there's always pocket and seasonal alt that is doing its own thing, right? Like which is outperforming the market. But how do you identify those? Like, probably the key. But I think like the thesis right now, I don't have much of like a long-term thesis except the major, right? Like then like look at the MERV and then get out, but like short-term.
Short-term, let's say.
There's like all these exchange token meta, right? So Mantle, one of them, recently integrated with Bybit, right? After being L2 for like ages. Telegram might be another one with the distribution channel, Thon. The rest is like probably too small to like even mention. I don't know. It's a very, very short-term trade like those ones.
We have come so far from the podcast, start from P. Sanjay's journey, Cryptomind, everything about Cryptomind, Thailand landscape, APAC landscape, investment philosophy, and the markets. Any last words for the audience?
I think for the audience, I think like the crypto itself is a journey, right? I think like and whether you are like first time, second time, third time cycler, or you're just an investor or builder in the space, there's always some opportunity in the crypto space, right? So I think it's always about being an open mindset and keep learning and looking out for the new opportunity in this space. I think
always a good thing to learn. There's so much innovation in this space. Right?
I mean innovation as well, and like so many opportunities in the space as well. Even though like people are seeing like AI is coming, I still think that like we are still in very early cycle of like the whole cycle of as an adoption of crypto overall reaching out.
So in summary, a lot of opportunities. How can people find you?
I think can be find my Twitter and then our Facebook page, right? If you're Thai and then for international audience more on Twitter, just reach out to me.
That's it. Thanks for coming today.
Pleasure.